I meditate and I connect to myself and I connect to spirit and I connect to the universal energy, I then start to understand what my path in my life, whilst I'm here as a human, what am I here for? What I start acting it, I start doing it, I start living and walking the path that I was meant to be because I feel calm and I know it's the right thing to do. Now, the details of everything, my life is going to be different to yours. Your life is going to be different to mine. You know, the small details, I don't know every step of your life, as you don't know every step of my life. So my decisions that I make are for me. So it's the same with you. I don't know your life. I don't, I can't tell you what you should and shouldn't be doing. Decisions, they're yours to make. But when we make those decisions, we have to take ownership and responsibility of our own decisions. I can guide, I can help, and I can give advice. But at the end of the day, the decisions are yours. Take responsibility of your lives, take control of your lives, and find your own happiness. And I believe we've got Alma. Alma on the line. Are you there, Alma?
Yes, I am. Good
How you
afternoon.
doing, Alma? Are you well today?
I'm doing good today. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Whereabouts are you from, Alma?
I'm from outside of Pittsburgh, Washington County.
Okie dokie, Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
That's up north, isn't it? Up near the Great Lakes, that sort of area, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm British, so please ignore my ignorance. I do apologise, Alma.
Oh, it's
But
okay.
what can I do for you today, though, Alma? How can I help you?
uh, I might just I don't know. Is anybody in the spiritual world reaching out?
Anybody in the spiritual world reaching out, you say?
Yeah.
Reaching out for what reason?
To connect with me.
Oh, to connect. Oh, right. You're talking about. Right. Okay. I got you. Sorry. I misunderstood what you meant and what you said. I do apologize, Alma.
Okay, it's okay.
No, that's fine. Instantly, Alma, as I connect to your energy, 2 seconds. Right. I do feel a sense of anxiety coming in me. My stomach's swirling around and I feel it's an anxiety, but I'm also getting my throat feel constricted, which usually means emotions and communication. I feel that there is a level of emotion there, hence what's hanging on to the anxiety. But I also feel that there's certain things you're not speaking the truth of. And it's not a criticism, it's like you're holding back because you're fearful of either A, the consequence or how people are going to react. But I feel that there's a part of your life that you need to speak up. Would that make sense to you, Emma?
Yeah,
Why am I
it
seeing an
does.
old lady? Why am I seeing an old lady, Alma, sitting down and crocheting, knitting, sewing, whatever you like to call it, a traditional American quilt?
That's my grandmother.
That's your grandmother. I'm seeing a lady, like I said, sat on a rocking chair, an old wooden rocking chair or an old wooden chair, and she's making American quilts. Um, Hang on, excuse my ignorance again, but would you understand why she's trying to bring into me a certain kind of cake or food or something that she was famous or known for cooking or something that's your favorite, but she's handing me a cake of some kind?
She liked to bake cakes and pies.
Uh, okay, I do feel that she has that traditional sort of grandma, motherly sort of energy about her, that she was the traditional, like you said, she sews the American quilt, she likes to bake and all that sort of stuff. But it's almost like she loved to look after the family. Does that make sense? Everything she done was for the family one way or another, whether it was grandchildren, her husband or whoever. But I feel that she was the woman in the background that done everything. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Can I understand? I've just been shown, are you at the moment in a point where you're either deciding to change jobs, deciding to leave your current job, or wanting to look at doing something new. But I feel that there's a change with career or job or work that you do.
You never know. There's always that possibility, but at this point right now, I love my job.
Go ahead. Oh, you love your job. Okay. No, that's fine.
Yes,
But okay, if you love your job, that's fine. But how would this make sense? Have you considered about working for yourself, being self-employed?
I did at one point. Yes.
Are you considering doing it again?
I'm not sure yet on that.
Because I feel that the change of job will be coming your way, but it'll be more of a case of under your control. In other words, you start a business, a side hustle, something that's for yourself, but it'll be something that you do that you enjoy doing. Does that make sense? So,
Oh, yes,
do you
yes.
understand what I'm
I would.
saying?
Yes, I do.
And
The
I feel
Crescent
that you
Sea
need
Glass
to.
up in Erie.
Okay, well, I feel that you need to do that, no matter how small or little it may be, and just by doing that alone, it will bring an energy into your life and to you by making that step, by starting that new business, by starting that self-employed work, by doing something you really enjoy, no matter how small it is. You may end up doing that as well as your other job, but eventually this new self-employed business, I feel after a year or two, will take over. It will start generating a revenue for you that you say to yourself, I can leave that other job. I'm earning enough from this now. I'm loving what I'm doing, and it will give you that sort of, what was I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? That sense of self, that sense of taking charge of your own life. Does that make sense to you, Alma?
Yes, very much so.
There you go. And I feel the only way we can give ourselves the confidence to do these things is by actually doing them, taking that leap of faith, no matter how scary and fearful it may be. Take that leap of faith. And just by making that step, that's actually energetically and with the universe and spirit, that's actually very poignant, because you take that first step, it's a very powerful step, and the energy comes into your life, and the universe and spirit will go, okay, if that's what you want to do, fine. And then they'll start throwing things your way. And you'll notice opportunity after opportunity after opportunity just seems to happen for you. But we have to take that leap of faith. We have to have that faith and that trust in spirit that if we do this, that they have our back.
Oh, okay. Because the other day I had a praying mantis come and visit me.
You had a what, sorry?
Praying mantis come and visit me.
Praying mantis, right? Okay, that's an
Yes.
unusual animal to come and visit, you know. So have you looked up what the, I'll be honest with you, I'm not really sure what a praying mantis means on a spiritual level, because it's not a usual sort of animal that will come and visit. But have you looked it up and why a praying mantis came to visit you?
It could be that I need to pull more to my spiritual side, or something luck, or something I need
Well,
to do that.
there you go. There you go. Before, so there's something you need to do, right? Now, either
Yeah.
A, you'll already know what that is specifically, or it's giving you the nudge that you need to do, that you need to do something, which you know you do, but you're not really sure what. I just get the feeling you need to do something for you.
Yeah.
So whether that's starting a new business, starting a new hobby, whatever it may be, I just feel you need to sort of stop, take a breather, connect to spirit and go, okay, what do I need to do for me? What would I like to do? Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does. I'm just looking out the window and there's a big hawk flying right around me.
Wow. There you go.
Two of them.
Oh,
Two of them.
two. Wow.
Oh no,
There
there's
you go.
three now.
You've obviously three. You
Yes.
you're obviously highly connected, and spirit are trying to get so many signals and signs to you and things like that. So if ever you see an animal or a sign or a signal and you're not sure what it means, research it, Google it, look out there, type in, and then when you read something, if it resonates with you and you read it and you go, that makes sense to me, then that's the message you're supposed to receive.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
again, it's something I've noticed in the spiritual fraternity as a whole. And I can be accused of this 15 years ago, 20 years ago when I started, that sometimes we think spirit connecting to us or talking to us is a big booming voice from the sky, when it's not actually that. It's a very subtle thing. It can be a sign, like you just said. You had a praying mantis come and visit you. You've now just seen 3 hawks outside your house. So look up what they mean specifically. You'll read something and you go, that's what that means to me. That makes sense to me. And then that's what you're supposed to listen to. That's what you're supposed to hear. That's the message that spirit are trying to get through to you. So keep going, Alma. You're doing amazing. The fact that you're aware, the fact that you're asking these questions is huge in the first state. And I also get the feeling that you understand the difference between spiritual connection and also the materialistic world. You understand the difference. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
You understand the materialistic human side of us, and then the spiritual, energy, emotional, mental, spiritual side of us. They're 2 completely different things.
Yes.
Yeah.
There he is. Yeah.
All right, then.
I'm not big on material stuff.
I hope that helps you, sweetie.
Okay, thank you.
You're more than welcome. And I've got a Deborah on line 2 from Phoenix in Arizona. Thank you ever so much, Alma. Take care of yourself. Deborah in Phoenix, Arizona. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
How are you doing, Deborah?
I am doing okay. Been going up and down lately, but things are turning around for me right now. So
Good. When you say things have been up and down for you lately, how recently are we talking? We talking the last few days, few weeks, few months, few years? What are we talking?
2 months, a couple like since April, I've been having some struggles. In my boyfriend and I, we found a nice place. So things turning around. So I
understand. I understand. I will be honest, Deborah. I totally understand. You said since about April, and I've got to be honest. In my own personal life, it was around April that things changed for me in a certain level. Now, this year, 2023, has been really quite a energetic year. There's been supermoons. I think this is the first year in a long time. There was 3 or 4 supermoons on the trot, one month after the other. It was a very energetic and spiritual year this year, and there's still loads more to come. Like I said, we've got the Hunter's Moon at the end of the month and all that. And when these things happen, you will find that all the things that happen are like what's happened to you at the moment since April. You said you've been up and down and all that. Now, have you noticed that all the things that have happened to you since April, some of the things that have been removed out of your life, whether it's people or situations or materialistic things, whatever it be, but there's been things that have been removed out of your life that maybe at the time you resisted a little bit, but now after the fact, you actually can sit there and go, I can understand why they've been removed out of my life. Would that make sense?
Yes.
Right. Now, as you said, yes, this to me then shows you the power of spirit. They know what they're doing. It's us that don't know what we're doing. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. So spirit, what they've done is I'm being shown at the beginning of the year, you set an intention out to spirit or out to the spiritual world or out to energy in the universe, but you set an intention. You asked, I would like my life to be like this. And would you understand that you asked that before April, and then April was when things started to happen?
Yes, I noticed that.
Okay. So us as humans, when we lose things out of our life, whether it's a job, people, materialistic things, whatever, we see it as a loss and we resist it and we try and stop it from happening. We don't want to lose it, blah, blah. When in actual fact, sometimes we need to just sit back, take a deep breath, connect to spirit and go, okay, you're removing this. There's obviously a reason why. And 9 times out of 10, that reason why doesn't show itself until after the fact. Would that make
Yeah,
sense?
my boyfriend said the same thing. I need to be patient.
Trust me, patience. They say patience is a virtue, but it's one of the few virtues I really struggle with, Deborah. Trust me. So it's not just you. You understand? But all I'm saying is have faith, have trust, know that everything will work out in the end. I know that's a cliche, but it is like that. These last couple of years as a whole for me have been very, very up and down. And I mean extremes up and down from one side to the other. And I had a lot of mental and emotional issues because of that. I was struggling and everything else. But once I started coming out of it and things started to happen, I could then actually see, oh my word, that was meant to happen. That person was meant to be removed from my life. I was meant to finish that relationship. I was meant to change that job. And I'm just using job as an example. I'm an engineer by trade. I'm a qualified engineer. I used to be in the British Navy, the Royal Navy, Royal Fleet Auxiliary, all of that. So this sort of thing is as far removed, but I've had experiences since I was a child. I used to see dead people and so on and so forth. And the
Wow.
last 4 or 5 years, I kept on losing jobs for reasons and I couldn't really understand. I lost about 3 different jobs in the last 4 or 5 years. But once I come out the other side of it, I understood Spirit wanted me to do this. And this is what I do now. This is my job. This is my life. It's not a hobby anymore. I give readings, I do platforms, I do workshops, I do energy sessions, I do clearings, I do everything I've learned all my life. I'm now doing the job that I was supposed to be doing. But because I was a human and I was caught into that trap of going to work 9 to 5, earning the money, paying the bills, and so on and so forth, I believe that's what I had to do. But it was a couple of years ago, I took that leap of faith and I went to Spirit, okay, if this is what you want me to do, let's do it. So I took that leap of faith. I took that change. I took that that alternative road, as it were. And it was the best decision I've ever done. I'm 47, Deborah, and the last 2 years I've been the happiest I've ever been.
I just turned 60.
You just turned 60, there you go. It doesn't matter how old you are. I'm 47, like I said, and in the last 2 years, it's the first time ever in my life I'm genuinely happy, and I genuinely like who I am. But I had to go through all those changes to realize that I'm comfortable, I'm calm, I'm peaceful with who I am. And I think you will get that same feeling within about 6 months. A few more changes are coming your way, but in 6 months' time, you're going to look back and you're going to say to yourself, I completely understand why I went through all what I went through.
Would there be any jobs available for me? I'm looking for jobs right now.
You're
And
looking for what? Sorry?
job.
Job?
I've been looking for some jobs. And I've been
When you're talking about jobs and work and money and that, why are they showing me again, not like the lady previous caller, but why are they showing me like creative crafts? There's things that you make that are creative or whatever that are spiritually linked. What do you make in your own private time?
right now I'm going to school. I'm doing writing. I'm creative writing.
Writing, that's fine. It's a
Yeah.
creative thing. Go down that road. You're saying about new job, new whatever. Right. How many times do we all work and do a job that we don't really want to do or we don't like,
True.
and but we have to do it just because it pays the bills? I believe that you're very similar to me about however long ago, 5, 6 years ago. I think Spirit have put you into the position and saying, okay, what do you want to do? What do you want to do that you enjoy? So the creative writing, I feel, go down that path. See if you can sell some stories, some short stories, some whatever it is you write creatively, get some into some magazines or onto an online magazine or something. But I feel that we're going to start opening up doors. When you go down the creative route, doors will start opening and opportunities will start happening for you.
I finished culinary school, so I like cooking. That's my passion. I'm on a different path. I'm like a kitchen witch. I mean, that's my first task. Like I love cooking. I like herbs. I don't know. I like magic, but good
I'm
magic, not bad.
nice. Well, I am, to be honest with you, I'm running out of time. But just before you do go, would you understand why someone's just given me to give to you lemonade, homemade lemonade?
Oh, okay.
Someone's
I
just,
guess my
someone's
mom
just,
like lemon.
someone's just said the cliche: when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade.
Oh, okay.
Does that
Can
make
I
sense?
do one more? Yeah.
So I feel is that you need to take that leap of faith, okay, Deborah? Like I said, I'm running out. I'm down to like last 30 seconds or whatever. But thank you ever so much for ringing in, Deborah. Please
Oh,
join me next week, everyone. And I hope that that's helped you, Deborah, with that little bit of guidance. But understand, guys, we've got the new moon at the end of this month. If you've got intentions or you'd like something to happen on that night, don't forget, put your crystals out, because the full moon cleanses your crystals, so it re-energizes all your crystals for you, so you'll feel them in the morning re-energized. But get yourself out there, put an intention, send the prayer out into the world and into the universe on the night of the full moon, and say to Spirit, this is what I'm looking for, this is what I'm trying to do, please bring that into my life, and send it out there with love and light, and then let it happen. So thank you everyone for joining me this afternoon, and I hope to see you all next week where I'll be interviewing someone. So take care and have a wonderful week.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome.
Time for Psychic Paths with Suzanne Marie. Live from PsychicPaths.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/Psychic Radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Psychic Paths
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everyone. My name is Suzanne. Welcome to my little corner of A1R Psychic Radio. Thank you, A1R Psychic Radio, for allowing this to happen for me and the callers and listeners. I hope everyone is doing well, and I hope that everyone is feeling love and feeling safe, and I hope that everyone is kind to one another. Kindness is very, very important, and love is very important. And this is a world in which we need it desperately, love and kindness. I also believe that God is love and love is action. So, with that being said, if you appreciate the reading tonight, you can reach me at Psychic Pass, either on Facebook or on YouTube or on the website www.psychicpass.com. So I'm here tonight and it's Wednesday. I look forward all the time to Wednesday. I love being able to reach out and touch all of you, and it is my joy. So I am a clairvoyant and a light trance medium, which means that I can see past, present, and future, and I speak to past loved ones. I hope that you are having a great night, and I hope that you have a great rest of your week. And I'm just going to wait for a good caller to call so that we can continue. We are in the middle of two solar eclipses. So our eclipses, the next one will be in Taurus, and Taurus is asking us to be grounded and be right here on Earth where we need to be. Oh, we have Sarah from St. Anne, Missouri. Hello.
Hello.
How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. What can I help with tonight?
I was just wanting a reading.
Is there anything that you want a reading for, or do you want it just in general?
Just in general.
Okay. Let me see what Spirit says. First off, Spirit wants you to know that you do have guardian angels and past loved ones around you. You are not alone. You are never alone. And your past loved ones on the other side and your guardian angels want you to know just how precious you are. That is what I get from Spirit right away. And I get something has happened. Something keeps you down, or something keeps you going back to something. And Spirit is well aware of that. And Spirit does not want you to lose hope, doesn't want you to lose faith in the ability that you have the strength to go through whatever you go through, and that things can get better. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, there is a feeling of why me, or what have I done to deserve this? And there's no answer to that. It's not, does not compute with what's going on in your life right now. Um, I feel as if you are feeling like you can't take anymore. And I do understand that feeling. Um, but you can and you will, and the sun will come out tomorrow. But you have to have faith that greater and better things are ahead of what's been and what is gone. Um, First, you need the hope and the faith, because with that, no one can go on. And so I think that is why Spirit is starting this tonight with, you need to have hope because you're not alone, and you are worthy of love, and you are worthy of being loved and cared for, and to have good things. You have a divine seed inside of you that you can just acknowledge that you deserve good things because you are who you are. You're a human being, and you deserve good things. I feel like so much has happened to you that you've lost sight of some important things.
Yeah.
And spirit just wants you to refocus and re-step back to understanding um, some things are nothing in this world is punishment. These things that happen that make us cry and upset and feel bad are lessons. If you can and say, what have I learned from what I've been through? And you really do it truly, you can come up with some really good ways in which you've grown as a human being and how it's helped you learn to be a better human being. Strong, I don't know about going through really hard times and being strong, but I do understand going through really bad times and becoming tender, becoming softer. Um, you just need to know that you are not alone. That's what spirit is telling me. Um, and have you lost someone recently? Because a gentleman is coming through.
Not recently, but yes.
Okay. If it was within the last year, okay. But if it was in the last 3 months, I don't know how clear it will be. But someone does come through, and he's very sad that you've been very sad. And he's been trying to communicate, and I don't think it's meeting the message. Um, I think you miss this person very, very much, and you're not healed yet from it. That's what it feels like. And he hurts when you hurt, is what I'm getting. Um, he's showing me as a young person, and he's showing me as some kind of outdoor person, like really liking the outdoor life, outdoor activities. Um, he's telling me that he died with something with his head, I think. Um, and it seems like an accident if I'm reading him correctly. But he's with you, and you're not alone as far as he goes either. Um, he wants to know, he wants you to know that you're special to him and that he is around you. Um, but I feel like when he does come around you, it just brings on more sadness, not a healing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So the path forward would be to choose life and to choose to go forward, move forward, and learn from whatever life is giving you to learn. Because I feel like as soon as you do that, your life will change. And these sad times and these traumatic incidences in your past will be a memory and not an expectation of what's worse to come. If I'm making sense. Sometimes I feel like I'm just um, gabbing, but I'm not. I know I'm not. Um, I
No.
just really, I just really want you to know that you're precious and you're loved from this side and that side, and not to give up hope. You have to have hope. You have to move forward and go forward and realize that all the good things are on moving forward. There's nothing backwards anymore. Just everything is forward. And I think you'll be okay. I think that you can get through this. I feel as if there's some kind of a DNA kind of feeling of expecting the worst. I feel like it's in your
Yeah.
family to expect the worst. Like I always say, you know, when we were first human, we'd stand in the opening of the cave and we would say, what animal is going to kill us next? You know, but that's not a good way to start a day, and that's not a good way to start a year, and it's not a good way to live. So we have to be prepared for the good and expect the good and be ready and able to deal with whatever hard times come our way, because we have both. We have both. Nothing is all 100% bad and nothing is 100% good. You know, there is a balance in our lives. I just want you to be able to say that you're going to try and have more hope and allow
Yeah.
the good things to happen. I want you to be open to all the good that the world has to offer you, because the universe is working for you, not against you. And they're telling me that's why you're still here. You're still here because the universe wants good things for you. So I hope you can remember this and move forward with hope. Have both hope and faith, because good things are going to be coming your way. I can promise you that. Okay?
Okay.
Please do. Please open up your heart to the good things. And I'm not going to say anything about the bad things that to invalidate that. I'm not going to invalidate it. Okay?
Okay.
All right, honey. Good night.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Medicine for Your Spirit with Raylene Byrne. Live from RayleneByrne.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Medicine for Your Spirit
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Namaste, everybody. Raylene Byrne, Medicine for Your Spirit. First of all, I just want to offer a really big heart moment. Whoever's watching, whoever's listening, whenever you're watching, whenever you're listening, just to breathe into your heart for a moment and set the intent that all this chaotic stuff happening at the moment is bathed in peace, that peace can infiltrate into the hearts and minds of all. And just see that in your own heart and just let it be a beautiful resonance that you're offering as a gift of love, as an intention, as an act of peace. I woke up this morning and once I did all my bits and pieces, I was sent this beautiful little cartoon, I suppose, an illustration, and it was in steps, and I want to share it with you. The first step was, two groups of people, us and them. That's what it was, us and them, and this conflict. And then it panned out, and it was like bigger groups of people with a divide. And then it panned out again, then it was much bigger with a bigger divide, like the Grand Canyon divide. And then it panned out and it was seeing Earth with this tiny moment of conflict. And the bigger picture of this was we live on this one tiny little rock spinning in the whole of the universe. And all of humanity together on this one place, which is our home, and we're fighting around us and them. I looked at it and went, wow, this is really incredible. It's just such a different perspective. So I've got a call. I missed the name. I think it's Leslie, sorry. Leslie?
Yeah. Hi, Raylene. Yep. Leslie here. Can you hear me?
Sorry. I can hear you. How can I help and support?
Oh, thank you. I was wondering if I can get more of a general reading about where I'm at with my soul growth.
Your soul
growth. Development.
Soul flow. Soul growth. Okay. Great. Sometimes my the gets a bit muffled and I don't get quite clear on some of the words. So this is for Leslie and it's aligning with her soul growth. So let's see what is here for her. What's coming up first? I feel like I want to do 4 aspects for you. So the first one is your earth element. This is sort of where you're at right now or what's sort of going on, the groundedness. So let's have a look at this one. For Leslie, here we go. Okay, so this is about miracles. This is miracles. We all want a miracle in our life. We want a miracle on the planet right now. But this is really about perceptions. This is about how, and Wayne Dyer said it very eloquently many years ago. He offered, and it's stuck in my mind, a miracle is a change in perception. So this is basically saying where you're at right now, whatever's going on, you need to have a different perspective and a different perception of it because that will open up other pathways of solutions and what else is possible. So that's the first one. That's the groundedness. So the grounded energy for us is it's up to us. I change my thinking, I change my perspectives, I change my perceptions, and then life offers me many, many, many other opportunities or invitations or pathways. So that's your first thing. This is for your soul growth. The next one is the water energy, the element. What do you need to release? This is a good one. You got to release fear. Fear is, it's about, and you know what? I'm going to give you a little tool here. Fear, we've all got fear, and at the moment the war drums are getting louder and louder, so it's cultivating and bringing up a lot of fear and worry in people, and it's very old. Most of us go through life using the word fear. I'm fearful of asking for this, or I'm fearful of doing that, or I'm fearful. Fear is a very paralytic energy. It paralyzes us. Do anything to you or put you in a position that is not for you. Listen to me, trust me. So this is finding our rhythm. And finding our rhythm means we have to have awareness of what's going on around, but pull our energy in and direct it and focus it on who we are, what we want, and where we're going. How do I want to feel in the next week? How can I cultivate those feelings today so when I get to next week, I'm already in that space? So this is about finding your own rhythm, finding your way. It's not going to be the same as anything or anybody else, because this is you understanding your uniqueness. So this is the fire. This is like dance, drum, get out there and stomp. You know, it's like real grounded movement. This one builds the energy, star jumping, you know, going for fierce walks, get the energy moving, get the fire happening, because it helps us find our rhythm. I hope you understand what I'm saying. And the last one is the spirit, the air energy, which is all about expansion. So what are you expanding towards, and what's expanding towards you? And we have reverence. Look at this. Look how beautiful that is. I don't know if you can see it. Anyway, it's all this light. So this is reverence, is this sense of devotion to self. Devotion to self, devotion to your own soul, knowing, trust, growth, your own sovereignty. Our soul is begging to be heard even more and more. And 2023 has been the year where we're meant to be connecting deeper to it. If we haven't done it so far, or we haven't really devoted time to it, the next 3 months is going to be buckle up, baby, because it's coming. It is going to go crazy and weird and fierce, because our soul, between now and the end of the year, we have to have a very strong connection. So the expansion is for you treating yourself with great respect, great honoring, great devotion, and making time for yourself. And, you know, one of the things that people don't do is sit for 5 minutes with nothing, no music, no guided meditations, no background noise, like, you know, TV going, nothing. Just sit anywhere quietly for 5 minutes a day, close your eyes, and just be with yourself completely. That's all you have to do. And when you start doing that, it's quite remarkable what you start to have awareness of and feel and see within yourself. Just 5 minutes a day of complete, I'm just being with myself. That's an act of devotion. And that allows our soul to come to life even more and start being more involved and more direct in our life. And I feel that's what you're really asking is, I just want to live more from my soul.
Yes, thank you so much, Raylene. Everything you said resonated 100%, even from the beginning with the Dreyer, Dwayne Dreyer quote about changing your perspective. I have been listening to the subliminals. I feel like I have some subconscious fears holding me back, that I'm going to fail. And now all of a sudden I have this new energy to me that I want to try. I feel like I've been stuck, girl. I feel like I've been living the same day over and over again for the last 8 years. And I don't want to do that anymore. I'm not living. I'm not thriving. And I have definitely been a lot more engaging in self-care. I am a social worker by trade. So I'm a helper and a healer. I'm a Reiki healer. And yeah, I definitely have felt that nudge to kind of like focus on myself for sure. And
great.
Not, yeah.
Can I just give you one small suggestion? One small suggestion. because it's easy to fall into ruts. It's easy because life just gets a bit full and, we just want to get things done. A really good, this is a suggestion. I've lived this year and it's made a massive change in my life, is simply this. Every day, do one thing different. So if your routine is to get up in the morning and, I don't know, do yoga, do your meditation, have a shower, clean your teeth, and then go to work, mix it up. Do something different.
Take a different route.
Just doing
yes, ma'am. I've heard that.
One thing different every day opens up different pathways in the brain, and we start being a little bit more inspired and a little bit more energized and a little bit more motivated. Pardon me.
Awesome. Thank you. And, thank you for the reminder, Raylene. I did used to just make everything stop, and literally it was only 5 minutes because my workload is full. I like that. Not overwhelming. It's just full. Life could get full. I'm gonna borrow that from you. So that's definitely a very good reminder. I don't know how much time there's left, but can you tell me what my spiritual gifts are?
I've just been given the message that it's about time to go. I will say one of your spiritual gifts is support. I'm hearing it very strongly, but you've got to support yourself before you can support others. You're doing what one of your spiritual gifts is. I feel that if you're looking for the external stuff, don't look there. Go in here. Go in and ask your soul, how do you best want to express yourself through me?
Ooh, I like that.
And you get your answer.
I like that. I was speaking more about, like, when it comes to spiritual gifts, like, I kind of feel like I'm intuitive, and I'll get, like, random dreams that say that like, tell the future, but, like, I don't know how to hone it in and what I'm supposed to be doing with that. Like,
well, you can contact me privately. This is, I have to go, but this is it's been really lovely speaking with you, and I'm glad I've been able to be of help. This is Raylene Byrne, Medicine for Your Spirit. Please find me on my website, and I'd really love to take you further with this.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Evenings with Kimberly, the comedian medium. Live from KimberlyWagonMakers.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Evenings with Kimberly
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, welcome. I'm back finally. I'm back to AR1 Radio, Moonstruck, and I'm sorry I was away so long. But life is messy, and then it's beautiful, and then it's messy. So I am back. A little nervous because I literally went undercover for about 6 weeks, but I did also do a little more channeling and learning. So yeah, but I am back. Hopefully I can get my groove back and be here every week. And then also on my website, KimberlyWagonMakers.com or Facebook, I'm going to try to do live readings as well. You can find me. I got hacked, believe it or not. I had 1.7 on TikTok and it shut me down. I got hacked. Those hackers are good. Broke my heart. That was probably part of my wow. So my new TikTok is taking a while to get its rhythm, but I'm there trying to figure it out again. And I'm here, I'm back, I'm positive. No matter what, even with all 7 planets in retrograde, we can handle it. And Mercury just ended, by the way, but the remnants still linger. Looks like I have somebody in Norwalk, California. I don't know how close. Hi, Kathy.
Hi there.
Can you hear me
Hi.
well?
Oh, I can, yes.
Good.
Really good.
Hi, Kathy. So
Hi.
can you do me a favor? Before you say things, could you just say your name for me slowly?
Kathy.
Say it again, dear. Kathy,
Hello?
just say it. Yeah, because I'm having trouble hearing you clear.
Kathy?
Yes. Okay, say it 3 times, please, Kathy.
Kathy?
Okay. So, Kathy, I'm not sure what you were looking for this evening, but I do sense a deep sadness around you right now. I see your aura is very, I'll just say I'm feeling and sensing a deep sadness around you right now. And I feel this is a couple things going on. Is there a specific question you'd like me to answer, or should I just try to go in? I feel
you could try. Yeah, you could try to go with the instincts on it.
okay. So I'm just going to shoot out, and you can kind of let me know. But I feel a man around you, a man in spirit, and I feel like he's supporting you. But I feel like you also have a relationship issue with a man that's present. Does that make sense to you?
No, I don't have anybody right now.
Okay, there's nobody, I'm feeling like there's some issues regarding relationship.
No.
Okay. the loneliness and sadness that I'm picking up on. I'm also picking up on a little doggy. I just caught a little doggy, a little, I want to say white doggy or dirty white, a little one. Do you have one in spirit?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so he's definitely all around you. I get goosebumps now. So he's definitely all around you trying to cheer you up. And I'm hearing number 1. So I don't know if he's been gone for a year but it's a number 1 and he just lit me up.
Like longer than a year, yeah.
Okay, because he's all around you. I believe he's trying to cheer you up. I'm hearing that, I guess he used to sleep by your head on the left side. I pick up on animals as well. So maybe this is what you needed to cheer you up. I'm not sure. You can let me know. But did he used to sleep by your pillow on the left side?
He used to sleep with my mom sometimes.
Okay, and was he a little dog?
A little, yeah, he was little.
Okay. I don't want to say like a Chihuahua. I feel more like a Maltipoo or a poodle, maybe even a little mutt, but he wasn't.
Maltese, yeah.
Huh?
A Shih Tzu, I think.
Okay, okay, yes. So yeah, I don't know why apparently he really wants to get your attention. Have you been talking to him or missing him recently?
No, but sometimes I feel like, I don't know, like he hops, like jumps around. I'm not sure, yeah.
So don't disregard that. That is him and that does happen. So my love of 4 years, last night, I felt him jump up on the bed. And I was like, okay. And I get upset. I don't want him visiting me. So, but he's been doing it recently. And I'm like, that's enough. Like he wasn't allowed for 4 years because it was too painful. So, but your little guy, he's all around you. He's trying to cheer you up. Is your mother sick?
Well, she has rheumatoid arthritis.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm just feeling like, yeah, there's some issues. Is that causing a little bit of your, I would say, depression?
It's like mainly like I feel like people like just don't give me like a chance or anything. Like I feel like miserable when like I feel happy and then someone happens to bring it down at a low. Yeah.
Okay. So let me tell you, I understand because you're probably very sensitive, which is a good quality. It's part of being empathic. It's a beautiful quality. But sometimes our energy, when we push it out or we extract it, when you're extracting your energy, you're not letting the people come in close to you and love on you. You're actually pushing them out.
No, so, I do. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, and it's because you've had a lot of pain and hurt, so you're this is your way of protecting yourself. But if you do the opposite and really like next time you're in a public place or a family sitting, expand your energy. Like, I don't know how to explain this, but expand it. Like, it will let people come close to you. It will let them, because there's times when we need to contract. Obviously, like sometimes we don't want anyone in our space. You know, like if you're on an airplane and you're trying to go to sleep, you're going to contract your energy so that the person next to you doesn't want to have a conversation. But if you're in a place where you want love and attention, then you want to expand your energy so that they will come. So I believe that you just need to expand it so that you can get the love you need and deserve. Because I do feel like right away, that was the first thing I got was your pain, and kind of closed off like you had a barrier around yourself. But then your little white doggy was just like circling you. I'm like, okay, you know, he's like still protecting you. He's still like, I got you, mommy. And when you feel that jump, or, you know that really is your baby.
It was my cousin's dog. Yeah. Is anybody like interested in me?
Say it again.
Oh, do you think anybody's like interested in me or no?
Is anybody, okay, so I think I heard, is anybody interested in you at this moment, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I feel like my spirits want to say, yes, there's people that see you. There's somebody like a friend of a friend that sees you from a distance, but is not coming close because of your wall all the way around you. It's like if I saw you at a party, I would know, I personally would know, give her space. She doesn't want me to walk up and say, hey, how you doing? Kathy, what's up? Yes. I would know that your energy, you had the wall up. Your wall is not, it's not up, it's just a pain. It's, you know, you just have a lot of pain and things going on. So it makes it hard for somebody that does and wants to be. I feel like, are you a little bit, I want to say maybe my age, I'm going to be 56, but I feel like, are you in your late, like, 50s?
I'm 40.
You're what?
I'm 40 years old.
Maybe that's just the way you're living, because I felt like you were a little older, like my age, but, and obviously I'm bouncing around for my age, but I think it's because you're in a hermit phase. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So you need to, like, when we hang out, you need to, like, literally write down a list of things that you want and things you can do to come out of this hermit phase and expand your energy out so that the universe can send you the love and compassion and everything you're desiring.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Sacred Insight with Andrea Baker. Live from mindbodynourish.etsy.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Sacred Insight
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Sacred Insights. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Andrea Bacon, and I hope you all had a really good week. And how did you fare this week with this energy that we are experiencing? So remember that we just had a new moon eclipse, a new moon in Libra solar eclipse. And eclipse energy brings about change. So when things are in need of an upgrade, you'll find that the eclipses can create a lot of movement in our lives that lead to bigger life changes. So Libra has a lot to do with relationships, and new moons are about creating new things in our lives. Well, we tend to get stuck in the same patterns day to day, and the universe is here to remind us that we have alternative options. So you do not have to keep repeating the same situation if it doesn't make you happy and if it doesn't speak to your soul. We're always supported in living our life purpose and our soul contracts that we make before we incarnate. So usually, in order for that to happen, there are steps that we need to take first, things that need to be completed, let go of in order to be open to receive. And in these transformational times that we are in, some people are meeting new members of their soul family. They're coming together to help during these shifts that are taking place. You know, some of you might be finding new love, and that can come in many forms. I'm picking up on a new pet for some of you, which this pet feels like they are have been with you before and are part of your animal soul family. And so just be open to receive and know that things, you know, we might need to change our perceptions and things might not look exactly how we expected, but to be open to that. Because if we're closed, then it's harder to allow things in. And now we are going to go ahead and take a caller. Stephanie, how are you?
Yes, I'm here. I'm doing good.
Great. What would you like to talk about today?
Like any successes that I have, job, anything in the futuristic, like as far as business-wise and things of that nature. My home, worried about my home.
Okay. Let me see what I pick up for you.
And if you feel anything or anybody coming through.
Okay. Let's see. There are some things that are ending and changing for you. Okay, there is a cycle here that's ending. I'm picking up a definite energy of more stable finances for you. Okay. I actually have, you know, a lot of good messages coming in, good cards on the board for you as far as stability, happiness, and finances that are coming in. So let's see. Yeah, I feel like you definitely have been, well, you know, kind of like in a stranglehold, like hermiting in a way. It's kind of what I'm picking up. But I'm seeing connections for you. I'm seeing new beginnings, something with creativity, and you're not seeing it right now, okay? But I am seeing that it is coming that it is going to be coming for you with these new changes and these new cycles that are coming in. Let's see what else I can get. So I'm seeing a house with a small yard. They're showing me.
Mm.
And I do feel like a grandmotherly energy around you. She has, I don't know, her eyes are just have so much light coming in her eyes right now. And she's around you a lot. She's showing me her hand and a ring. But I feel like she's almost like her energy is almost like healing. Like she will, you could have held her hand and you would have felt this nurturing loving, healing energy. And she's around you now with this energy. Let me see what else, though, as far as, so, okay, we have more stability coming out in the cards, financial.
Okay.
There's talking about walking away from something. Okay. I'm also, I don't know if you're going through a Saturn return, but
Am I going through what? I'm sorry.
Well, it's called a Saturn return in astrology, and you might not even know. That would be around, that happens usually around in your late 20s or your late 50s. But that's the energy that's coming through. Like there's something in your chart, like astrologically, that is bringing about a lot of change, because you even have the Wheel of Fortune as well, as far as the cards go. And they were giving me that message about change for you. And the cards are reflecting it. And some things that are some obstacles that are going to be moving, and things are going to be moving in your favor. There might be something that, I don't know if you've already walked away from something, or there might be something that you need to walk away from. Okay, it might be past energy. I have something about the past, and I have walking away. Would that make sense to you?
A past job. I had a very good job, and I basically, in a sense.
And you, I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to find out what direction. I have issues with going on with my home, is foreclosure, things like that. So I'm just trying to see. I just don't know what direction to go in at this time, or what would be the best,
Yeah.
Need some guidance.
What is it that you're not sure of if you should do? Like
the direction that I need to be going in. Am I on the right path? I'm just in all aspects. I'm like, as far as any opportunities coming up, like successful, being an entrepreneur, owning my own business. I don't know what path to.
Are you interested in owning your own business then?
Well, I do, but it's seems like it's so hard to get through, because it's construction, and it's like, it's tough. It's something that I have not ventured, but I do own it, and it's like, where am I going with it? I'm a realtor. It's like, where am I going with it? Like, is it going to be successful? Should I just try to stay on that path? I'm just unsure.
Yes, I am getting that's a really good path for you. And to persevere. There's some type of let go of some type of burden that is either, if you have not done so, that is coming through that will help you.
Okay.
And this is bringing up, all the things that I'm picking up are of success, stability, financial, stability, financial abundance, something creative. Like, I don't know if you've had a new idea recently about something in business.
All the time. Yeah.
About something. And then, it's coming through that you have had conflict, and that you have had anxiety about this, and feeling in lack. But I don't know, there's this energy of feeling that you need to open up, so that you are not focusing only on the lack part of what you're going through, because I still feel like there's something that you need to release, something you need to walk away from that's not serving you.
Okay.
Does that make sense for you?
You don't have, because there's so many things I just need to walk away from. I'm not exactly sure.
Okay. Well, like, I get something that it's toxic, and I don't know if there's more than one thing. Like, taking out the things that aren't serving you. But you have so much success and financial stability that I am getting for you. But there's just something that is toxic. And I don't know if it's a relationship or could be a mindset. But that's something that needs to be released.
Okay. All right. I'm going through a tough obstacle with my home. Can you see me retaining my home, or what subject will end, how that will go for me?
Yeah, I feel like
small
that
yard, you're accurate. You was accurate with the small yard and the small home.
Uh-huh. Yes, there's some type of decision that needs to be made, and things might change with your home. Okay, but there's movement that is coming in with these new cycles for you. So I do think that I'm getting that it is going to be okay, and that, that it will be okay with your home situation.
All right.
All right.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. And that is going to do it for me today. If you would like to contact me, it's andrea.bacon444@gmail.com. If you have any questions, or stan.store/mediumandrea. If you want to look at my services, book a reading, or anything like that. But I hope you have an amazing week ahead, and have a great day. And yeah, thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here, and have a beautiful rest of your day.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Bernice Bisson, Psychic Media. Bernice Bisson, live from BerniceBissonPsychic.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Bernice Bisson, Psychic Media.
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Welcome to Psychic Tuesday with Sweet Bee. I am so glad to be here. I gotta tell you, it has been a week, and a week I call it like the eclipse hangover, because that's what it feels like, an eclipse hangover, because we got lots to talk about up there in them stars. But first of all, you can find me at BerniceBissonPsychic.com, and all my social media is there. My podcasts are there. I have about 30 some odd episodes. You can hear my full previous readings. You certainly get a taste of them. Very small, I call them Reader's Digest versions of readings here live, which I really appreciate. Ask One and A1R Radio for this opportunity. And so here we are. Now we're going to start the talk, because I'm going to bring our attention now to the next set of eclipses, or the next eclipse axis. We just finished one with Libra and Aries. We're going to go to October 28th. Now, October 28th to November 13th let's talk about some of this astrology because it's big and it's transformative in very sort of deep peace, war, revolution, transformations. There's big stuff here. And so if we go to October 28th, we've got this partial lunar eclipse. It's the final one in Taurus and Scorpio lunar axis. Now, this is an important one because joining with this eclipse energy, we also have the planet Uranus and we have the planet Jupiter. Now, thank goodness the retrograde because amped up, yikes, I tease a little bit, but not really. And so we have those joining there. And then opposing that, we have the sun, we got Mars, we'll have Mercury all in Scorpio. So communications, aggressions, assertions, beating our chests, yelling at people. Just kidding, a little bit. But lashing out a little bit, right? So we've got this dynamic energy and then we got Tauruses and this element of surprise. Like the one thing that Tauruses are always known to be stubborn, and I disagree. I disagree with stubborn. I actually think that they come resolute. Like they're pretty resolute about things, and once they've made up their mind, that's it. Except for they can surprise us once in a while, and so that planet Uranus planned for a surprise, and Jupiter is going to kind of amp up that energy because Jupiter's little brother Juno, which is an asteroid, which is around commitments and betrayals. It really has a long story. And I would Google Juno asteroid astrology and go down some rabbit holes. But Juno joins Venus. Now, Venus is the opposite of this polarity, right? So we've got Mars in Scorpio. We've got Pluto that just went direct. So both of those ruling planets, transformation, rebirth. With death is birth, with ends are beginnings. So this moon is going to show us what's been hidden in this last 18 months to 20 months around that lunar axis and coming to true motivations. So what's your true motivation? Because even if you're like, I got no true motivations, what's that crazy bee talking about? Well, it's things that you may even like secretly was like, I really hope or not hope or yada, yada. Coming out, having light shone on them, whether that's a personal sign, epiphany, a conversation, a conflict, an interaction. Now, Scorpio can be kind of extreme revolution. So when the universe needs to tap you on the shoulder and you don't listen, they kind of kick you off the ledge, you know, saying, fly, birdie, fly. And hopefully you can fly or you hit the ground running, right? One of the two. So this next 4 weeks, be nice to each other. It's going to be my first. Be patient. Recognize people are going through deep transformation you know nothing about. And in that, just be patient with people with some of this, because even in yourself, you're going to have this deep transformation. Now, when Venus and Mars gets involved, relationships and money. And Taurus is really about our luxury economy, our economy. And Scorpio is about rebirth and all that kind of stuff going on, revolution. Pluto's backing her up by going direct at 27 degrees of Capricorn. So it's some big stuff in terms of relationships, values, money, peace, conversations, conflicts, manipulations, the truth coming out, that kind of stuff. So we might even see some forward motion on some big legal cases in terms of like all this, I don't know, technology and Bitcoin stuff. And we might see some new laws and regulation around the economy and reining the economy in type of legislation. I mean, we're certainly going to see it with unions and union negotiations. And I feel like, oh, wow, just watching power to the people kind of stuff, you know? And so we're going to see lots of that. Now, some of the big stuff, the hot topics, I'm not going to press those buttons, but I am going to say this. There's going to be unusual negotiators in the peacemaking. And so there might be some countries stepping up pretty soon to do negotiations and peacemaking and trying to bring parties to the table. And I'm going to send lots of God energy there and goddess energy, God energy there to send that loving light for peace, because we have that sort of that rebirth going on right now. So what's being deconstructed, what's being sort of ground down now. Israel and Palestine run along that lunar axis of Scorpio and Taurus. If you look at the many birth dates of each of those countries, you'll see that they run along that lunar axis. And so I would almost imagine that we're going to see the depths of things when we hit that October 28th and November 13th. And then, so this depths of things, that's that transformation needed through Scorpio. And then going into that Taurus energy, Uranus elements of surprise. So it might hit rock bottom a little bit before it gets anywhere, but once it does, it's going to get somewhere quickly. And that there'll be, where there's quick conflict, I actually think that there's going to be attempts for peace negotiations also quickly. And so it'll be interesting to see that. Now, the next piece that I just wanted to bring us to real quick was once we have all that Venus energy, it's in Virgo, which is in service to people, and Juno, commitments. And so if we looked at commitments and where it's gathering is, when I looked up some of the Sabian symbols and I looked up some of the mythology around that, a woman scorned kind of came up repeatedly. And so we're going to see some news on the Me Too front and women's movement, women's ideas, women pushing back, women empowerment, women, and also with the hostage situations that we're seeing in the Middle East there as well. We're going to see some movement with that in the next 10 days, very much so under that. And the value of economy, there might be some good news spots around small things around values, changing of values in the economy, where that's really what we're doing, is changing our values around the economy. And so this is a pretty big piece around this transition, as I call into this new era of Aquarian energy. And it's going to be some big stuff. Relationship boundaries, safety and security are the two sort of accesses over the next 4 weeks. Remember that. You want to always create safe, secure spaces for people around you, for yourself and those around you. And also relationship boundaries create those. And so there's going to be lots of tensions of that Venus-Mars polarity, but things are being deconstructed in order for its reconstruction. And what's put in place is there for many years to come. And so this is a massive transformation for everybody on sort of deep levels and big levels, so above, so below, so, so within, so without, so the universe, so the soul. So it's all sort of big and small energy. And so I'll talk more about that as weeks come up, and I'm interested to see all the news highlights between those 2 weeks, that 28th and November 13th, lunar axes, switching karma and destiny, switching directions. And I'm going to will for peace. And so let's get to the good part of this, all this stuff, and the good part of all this energy. I've got Cheryl in Medicine Hat, Alberta. And so, hello, Cheryl.
Hi.
Now, let's get into it. So I have a few minutes with you, so I like to cover as much as possible. We can start with just say the day and month of your birthday. Would you like to start with a particular area you'd like me to focus on?
I was wondering if you could connect with my mom.
And you lost your mom?
Yes.
Yeah.
Couple
Okay. Well,
years
let
ago.
me just hold on. Don't say anymore. Don't say anymore. Let's focus on your mama bear. Okay.
Okay.
And so
right.
I will say, sorry.
No, that's fine.
Okay. We'll focus on your mama bear, and I'm just gonna bring her to mind like she's walking up to you. And that she's sitting down and saying, hey, let's have some tea. So this is what I feel like I'm going to say. With your mom are two men. There's a younger man who passed away. It's funny because I keep figuring like, even in the last since 2018 was really important, but there's a younger man who died, younger guy, who shows up with her. He may have been there first, but he seems to show up with her. There's also news of or worries about the health, what would appear to be like a brother or brother-in-law around you. That there's something important about July, the month of July, 14th, 16th, around that time. My attention keeps being brought to. There's a couple of strong E names, J names. I know you're Cheryl C, but I'm going to go CC. There's like CC. There's like almost another C kind of name that shows up as well. There's something important about maybe even around October 23rd, so coming up soon, so in the next 2 weeks. I feel like there's a couple of things. There's some good news coming in terms of someone's work or opportunity of work coming out of the blue, Cheryl. And I feel like I know I'm jumping around a bit, but I only have about 5 minutes. So there's something important about work coming around, going back to work, new job, new opportunity for someone right in your household, right around you. There's something important about you traveling. Sorry?
I said, hopefully it's for me.
If you're looking, there's good news. I just want to message everything because when your mom shows up in my mind, when you think about her, and all I see are a bunch of flashes of information, and I want to just blurt it all out. I want to scream it on the wind, and okay. And so there's something important about you having this new work, new opportunity. It's coming right around your household. It's going to come out of the blue. I feel like within 4 weeks, 4 months, it's like right there. And that it feels like good news. July, she keeps bringing me to, is important. I don't want to miss out on that for some reason, those dates. There's also about this young man that passed already that's with her. He's been gone for at least 7 years. There's a man who died a while ago. There's some decisions. I'm like, just hang on to your mom. You don't need to put your mom nowhere. Keep her in your house or something. You don't hang on to her, Yeah. And I feel like she says 3 out of 4 ain't bad. I don't know what she meant by that, but someone's not talking to someone. That's what I gathered when I said it.
Yeah.
And someone's like, I'm not talking to someone. And she's like, 3 out of 4 ain't bad. And we'll just like, let it be. Oh, funny. She showed it to me in handwriting. Let it be. And like the song. And then there's something really important about the decisions that you made. You and another lady. There's like you with girls. You're like the girls, the galleys, the girls. And there's some decisions that you had to make. And I feel like it felt like, although I don't know why it felt on the fly, because it wasn't, but it all had to be dealt with at once, I feel like. And so I feel like good decisions. Hang on to your ma. She don't need to go nowhere. There's, I feel like fill your house with gladiolas. I don't know why, like those flowers, you know what those are, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know, nice big bouquet. She's just showing me that. And now, she's very, very, so there's also a D name like David, but she's, and a Matt. That's all. I just blurted them out, but she's very concerned right now about a man's health tests, hospital health. She's very concerned about that. And she also brings up someone's vision, losing their eyesight or having problems with their eyesight. I almost feel like that could be with a lady, maybe you or a lady around you, and then There's a man that she's kind of concerned about, and I almost feel like I'm calling him your brother-in-law. So I'm gonna name it. That shows up with you. There's something important about fire department. Does someone work there or trying to work there?
No,
Okay.
not off the top of my head.
Okay. So there is someone's looking at going into service, fire, paramedic, policing, emergency. No one's in trouble, but someone's looking at going into that, a young person as well. I feel like that's going to show up. You'll even know within 9 months to a year about this news. She shows up with that. But good decisions, and I just feel like I'm going to sound cliche, but I hope she leaves dimes everywhere just to say hello. Okay?
Oh.
And you are loved. And thank you. And thank you for sharing your mama bear with us today.
Yeah.
And thank you. So, we'll chat again one day, Cheryl. Okay, we had somebody in Florida, I think. We have Chris in Florida. Chris.
Yes. Hi, how are you?
I love your energy. Wow, it's just like you blasted at me. And excellent. I'm great. So Chris, I have a few minutes, and I can cover a lot in a few minutes. And so we can focus somewhere if you wish. We can just, you can say roll the dice, be in my birthday. I'm an astrologer. I work with people's birthdays a lot. So where do you want to begin?
I'm at a kind of a crossroads. I need to kind of make sure I'm making the right decisions in my life. And I'm happy, but I want to make sure that as I continue to move forward, that I don't make any missteps. So that's where I'm at. I need guidance, and I call upon my family and everyone and the world beyond and ask for help, and they do. But I really just need a little more direction.
Oh, I love that they show up for you. Just call for it. And sometimes when we're scared to make steps forward is because we can't envision ourselves there. And so the first and obvious step I'm going to say is just envision yourself actually where you are, like where you think success is. Because when you say, I want to make sure I'm on the right path, the truth is that because you're God energy, you are always. It's always I am. You are, and you're not ahead or behind anything. And because you're intentional in what you're doing, I want you just to envision yourself where you're actually going. But let's talk about that a little bit, because I want to just get to some specifics. So I do think that there's changes on every aspect. And if you didn't recently move, there's going to be a move of your home, a move of where you live. Now there's also, I'm going to just message a bunch of stuff because I'm getting flooded. So in my mind, you're going to different coastlines as well. So I know you're in the Florida area, but there's other coastlines that are coming up for you in terms of very soon and travel there. And that I even think within 5 months, you'll know what I'm talking about with that. You've got new beginnings in terms of I actually think you're going to quit one thing, like you'll quit, you'll stop, and you'll redirect yourself into a new direction. If you didn't start that since last October, like 1 year ago right now, you'll be in it.
Right.
Okay. And I'll just make, even relationship and everything is like a renewal or a new beginning, even relationship. Okay. And that and especially if the two of you can work together on something in terms of your business work, like direction, you would be very strong. I feel like when you say you're at a crossroads, I actually think things have been at cross purposes. Like, and whatever, once you make a decision, it falls into place and you'll decide, and literally, and because you're not ahead or behind anything. I don't want to sound esoteric with this because I feel like the decision you're making is already a yes. And it's been since June and it's already a yes. And you seem to be, you're about to step forward or move ahead. And I'm like, don't be shy, step forward, move ahead. That where there were, this is like picking up a new life even, you know, and it's going to be marked when you said, oh, I asked all my dead people to come forward and blah, 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 which I thought was awesome. I just love it.
Yeah.
I feel like there's going to be the birth of a baby boy, and I feel like it'll have the dad's name or your dad's name. And that's a mark of it's a new beginning. You see what I'm saying? Like it's right there.
Yeah.
Within 19 months, you'll know what I'm talking about because it feels to be right there. And that I feel like, because I keep thinking you're in this or have been in the process already, this difficult transformation towards your freedom. And I'm like, woo, woo.
Yep.
Yes, heading in that direction. Now, if I go back for a little minute, for half a minute, when I said 2 coastlines, I realized Florida has 2 coastlines, but that's not what I'm talking about. Like, you'll get to go to the Pacific coast. Okay.
Okay.
Like the West Coast, whether that's Hawaii, California, I don't know, Puerto Vallarta, something like that coming up. So I recognize that, you're surrounded literally by coastlines, but I feel like I'm actually talking about a different coastline there. More towards the west seems to show up. Did you move in the last year?
No.
Okay. Well, unless you have more than one property and your foot's between the 2 of them, there's this move that seems to really pop up for you. And the conversations in 2024 between May of 24 and May of 25, like with when you talk about your crossroads and your new directions. Now, I don't know. I actually feel like you're the key to all this is simplifying it all and not taking on more. Now, there's a couple of other things. If I think of other things that come up for me around you, are nurses, healthcare, dealing with hospitals, nurses, and healthcare. And I don't know, it's not about you being sick.
No.
That you'd be dealing with them, planning on behalf of someone or looking at that. So it feels like that's an important piece, even in the next, right in front of you, like November, December, like it's like right in front of you. Now, if I can go back, may I ask you a question?
Sure.
Okay. Well, maybe I'm like, there's really something about simplifying, getting, there's 2 men I keep seeing. And one is, I feel like there's a battle with him a bit, or some conflict with him. And in this, you're simplifying things, and you'll be really firm in it. You won't back down. And it's not about, you're out there just picking fights with people. But I do think that there's some conflict with this man, and almost like you'd have to negotiate something or go, it's a process. It's not just a one of. He seems challenging. And then in terms of your love life, I don't know that that's the person I'm talking about. I feel like there's someone else that you're supposed to be traveling with or 2, that that feels good. Feels good. And I actually think that that's part of this. Like I said, here, there you go. It's right there. You're kind of in the hot seat. So let me say this. I'll say by May of 25, you've moved. This has all happened. This change really starts now into May. Okay? Okay. And thank you.
So
and thank you.
When
Sorry, go ahead.
When you say traveling with someone else, do you not mean my current partner? You're meaning someone else?
Yeah, you could be traveling with him, but you've got some conflict with another man. It could be a brother figure, it could be a man that work. Something about this, and I just feel like that we'll have a process of maybe lots of writing back and forth and trying to resolve something, but you have some enjoyable travel with a partner. Okay? It's enjoyable. Okay. All right.
Good.
You can thank you so much, and thank you from Florida. And you can find me at BerniceBeSoPsychic.com. I'm at Bernice Be So Psychic on Facebook only. I'm not on any other social medias, and I'll never reach out to you there. But you can reach out to me. I do share some great paranormal stuff, and we'll see you next week. Thank you for tuning in.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome.
Time for Larkin Psychic Medium with Larkin. Live from larkinsreadings.wixsite.com/website.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Larkin Psychic Reading
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Thank you. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Come on in and join me. I'm so excited to have you with me again this evening. I want to let you know that my updated website is larkinsreadings.com. larkinsreadings.com. And before we get any callers tonight, I want to invite you to the Hocus Pocus Haunted Halloween Readings and Costume Party. You can go to larkinsreadings.com/shop or just visit my Facebook page at Larkin's Psychic Medium Spiritual Interpreter page on Facebook, and you can register there. It's limited spaces. Everybody's going to get a reading.
and we're going to have prizes for costumes. And most importantly, I'm going to bring spirit through to answer your questions about things you might be afraid of in the metaphysical, things that you might be afraid of with spirit, whether it be ghosts, haunted, the concepts of, witches or bad spirits. We're going to talk about why you don't need to be afraid. And we might even get some readings for people that need to know what's going on in their home or with their energy and come up with solutions for that as well. So we're doing all real stuff here. We want to get rid of the Hollywood fear and really bring out, what's what. So we will be handling all of that there as well if you want to join me. And I want to thank you guys again for tuning in. We don't have a long time for readings on here, but we have enough time to hopefully give people what they need to move forward, to create closure, to create healing, to give confirmation that the other side is real, that your animals and your loved ones and your angels and your spirit guides are with you all the time. They love you. They can see and sense you, even if you cannot see and sense them yet. But most importantly, I like to focus on the fact that you all have the ability to connect with your angels and spirit guides. Personally, without someone like me, you all have the ability to reconnect and transform your relationships with your loved ones and your pets after they've crossed over without someone like me. Okay. So getting a reading is really powerful. And I find that it can really connect you to those on the other side and help you connect with them more easily. But learning how to do it and practicing for yourself, learning to practice and recognize, this is them confirming that they're really there. Or this isn't just a voice in my head. This is my loved one coming through for me, is so life transforming. And, I've had clients over the years that have been really able to move on with their life because either of a powerful reading that they took away and they really applied practically, and or they were able to connect with their angels, loved ones, spirit guides, and pets that had crossed over. Okay, so that is really, really important. Everything is energy. All energy is conscious. So even rocks, even the jewelry that you're wearing, the clothes you have, you guys like my little elephant necklace today. Elephants are a huge, powerful, intuitive symbol. So it's so important. Okay. So yeah, if you guys, if there are callers this evening and you have questions or a reading, I'm willing to take you tonight. Let's see, Billy in Alfred, New York, USA. Hello, Billy. Welcome. I love that name. What can I do for you tonight?
Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, I'm just willing to receive whatever you can offer.
Okay. Well, since we have a short time, did you have a specific question or someone that you'd like to speak to? That usually works better for short times.
I really don't. I would just like to hear whatever wants to come through.
Okay. Well, I sense about 6 different energies around you right now. I'm not sure if you're aware of those. You have a lot more than that. You have an entire team.
Are any of them animals?
I'm sorry?
Are any of them animals?
You do have a lot of animals actually, and they're over on the side. The spirits that I see surrounding you, the first 6, are actually spirit guides and angels that are stepping forward first as part of your team. Please forgive me if I don't look directly at the camera. I look around at what I'm seeing through my third eye as well. Wow, I get big chills at that. And I'm also getting, so you're a naturally sensitive and intuitive soul yourself. Hopefully you can relate to that. And what they're showing me is that you're working on getting validation and trying to discern some of your energies, discern some of the things you're picking up. In other words, your human self right now is doing a lot of sifting and sorting as to, okay, what is my mind? Which is the practical way to go here? And what should I be listening to that is intuitive advice and what is just my thoughts? And they're doing a really good job of that. They said you're doing a very good job of that. I see you asked about the animals. I see a whole variety of sizes of animals. Did you grow up with cats and dogs?
Yes, cats.
Because I'm seeing a whole range of different sizes. In other words, I'm seeing more like little figurine shapes, and they're all like kind of sitting. The shorter ones are sitting in the front. Did you have this could be a totem animal, so I'm going to need to specify. I'm asking Spirit to clarify for me. But did you also have like a rabbit or a guinea pig or a rat or something? A bunny?
Wow. Well, when I was so little, I did have a guinea pig, but I don't remember it.
Okay, well, it remembers you because in the front is a color figure. And I'll tell you this, Billy, this is actually very interesting. Spirits do come with you. They follow all of you around. They don't, but they do actually when they know a person that they're going to be coming through, they will actually follow us as well. And I have to tell you, I closed up my reading last Thursday night, and I was loading my car here at the barn. I swear to you, a guinea pig popped up to me and said, I got to come through for a reading. And I said, well, okay, like I do all spirits. I tell them, okay, not tonight. Like I'm doing this right now. So you'll have to wait and come back when your person is in the vicinity. And that is exactly what happened. But then I was shocked today when I'm looking at your group of animals, and in the very front is this little rodent figure, which they become more clear sometimes as time goes on. Other times they pop right up. But yeah, so it doesn't matter how long that an animal's passed, but your guinea pig is there present. So hopefully that's some validation for you.
That is so
do you
precious.
have a connection, a like or desire to horses?
No.
Okay, then this is one of your current power animals. Because what I see running behind you, not in your group of crossed over animals, but in like kind of running behind you energetically in your energy field is like a huge, powerful horse with a flowing mane. And so as a power energy, that symbolizes a balance between gentleness and freedom, between needing and wanting guidance and direction, being the follower, the one that creates space, and yet the one that leads and can sort of lead the charge and run as a free spirit. And so that to me is, I'm asking your spirit guides on the side to confirm to me what that is meaning. And they're sort of seeing that is you representing a big aspect of your personality. You're a free spirit trying to do the right practical thing in order to live a functional, normal life in the society that we have, but to do it in a way that is a higher vibration than what you're currently surrounded by, whether that be just environment, things that are influencing you, and also friends and people. Do you have a daughter?
Yes.
Okay. Is she fairly young? I'm seeing her fairly young, 16. Like between 16. Okay. So I'm seeing her younger, when she was between like 4 and 8. See, they're showing me different things here. So is she struggling to try to figure out what she's wanting to do? Is she feeling pressure to make a decision of some kind?
I guess you could, yeah, a few.
They're showing she is making some big internal decisions as far as coming, deciding like just, your own self-image, your identity. Like, 16 is a really cool kind of fun age where you're sort of between having to take responsibility and really getting excited about, at least we hope they are at that age, getting excited about, having some of the adult abilities and privileges. And that there's a lot of wonderful, deep things going on for her there. And they're showing me that she also has, so I actually see, wow, she's got a lot of ancestor energy following her and supporting her.
Nice. I know I tried to see if she wanted to have this reading tonight, but she's like, no, that's okay, Mom. You would get more out of it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. And you probably will. it's probably just reassurance for you. But I see older relatives that she would not have met. So I'm seeing a kind of a slim, slender, an elderly man, which would have been like, we've got 2 minutes left, like a grandfatherly figure that is really guiding and supporting her. I'm seeing something with like expression for her. So I'm not sure if it's, they're sort of showing me coming from her heart and her mouth and her hands. So I'm not sure if it's like a writing expression or an artistic type of expression, but they're showing me that she has some self-realization she's kind of working on right now, discovering, because she has some things to express in this world, and it has to do with some of her life purpose. And she chose you specifically because of your gentle nature, but your intuitive, empathic abilities, that you would create a space for her to be who she really is in this life. And they want to thank you for that. We have about 60 seconds. Did you want to ask anything?
Golly, I guess, yeah, my mother is in a nursing home, and I was wondering what sort of guidance she may be having right now, like what angels are around her. She has dementia, she can't talk, so I don't know what she's going through. I can only guess.
So we have about 30 seconds left. I would be happy to finish answering this over just a few free minutes for you if you just want to message me. So either go to because I won't have time to answer that question here. There are answers coming through and they will follow me. But I would like to answer that question for you, but I'm not going to have time in the 15 seconds we have. So if you want to just look me up on larkinsreadings.com and just give me a message or message me on my Facebook. I want to make sure we answer this because they are coming through for you with guidance of what you can do.
That happened so quick. Hi everyone. Just to let the producer know, I will go into a caller today. I was expecting a moment or two before we went live. So I wanted to do a huge shout out. Well, first to, as our producer will say, our co-host for today, Jack. And a huge shout out to A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV, who have been really supportive. I've had a really challenging time lately, and so just dealing with whether you call it shadow work or healing, you know, if you want to label it, you know, maybe a PTSD or some sort of stuff like that. So excuse the way I'm looking. I'm feeling much better, but not looking much better. So a huge shout out, because I've had a few weeks, maybe more than a few weeks off, just while I heal and manage. And I have a couple of big announcements. We have a beautiful addition to our puppy. A human baby is out of the question, according to my husband, but this little cutie wasn't. So this is Jack, and he's going to join us and co-host on this show. So he's Eden, so he might be a bit tired. So I'll just pop him on my shoulder, and we'll see if I can shuffle cards with him there. So, oh, no, he wants to come back and be on the screen. Okay. So I also mentioned that I had a huge announcement on my Facebook page, and I'm really excited to announce that quite a while ago I applied for a job for a government position in mental health. And I'm proud to say that I got that role. So I got that role, and I'm now working in a role as a mental health consultant and peer worker. So it is incredible. Oh, and we have someone from Washington, Aja. So that's Aja.
Yes. Yeah.
Hi, welcome.
Hello.
And sorry, you were going to say where you were from?
Oh, Spokane, Washington.
Beautiful. So welcome to your reading with little Jack and I this week. So I was just announcing to everyone that I have gotten a new role in mental health, which is really exciting, and I still will do tarot readings, although 2 days a week I'll be working in my mental health role. So how exciting and how nice to be recognised for my own experiences and challenges, and how that can support other people in their challenges or their well-being. So, all right, let's get back to the reading. Is there anything you would like to ask?
Not specifically, but I just kind of wanted to see what whoever had for me.
So you wanted to see what's coming up for you?
Yeah, or maybe like why I've been having such difficulties lately with certain things.
Yep. Okay. So let me just, okay. I think we can focus a little on what's coming up for you, why have things been difficult, and I don't want to just leave you hanging there and telling you why things are difficult without providing some advice and guidance on a resolution. So would you like to see on some ways to handle these challenging times and sort of shift it into something more positive?
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Excellent. So let's get started. So what's coming up? Okay, so there's a card that fell out of the deck when we were talking, and it has also come out in your in the cards that I've pulled. So for what's coming up, that is the High Priestess, and I'll tell you a bit about that in a sec. So why is it so difficult tonight? So I'm just going to pull a few more cards. And have whoever comes. Okay. Get to something more positive. Okay. All right. On multiple levels. Can we have an outcome? This is so difficult. Okay. So looking at what's coming up for you, I really feel that everything's all sort of cycling around. So unless we tackle what's going on in your life, it's sort of like you're going to be turning a blind eye to whatever is coming up, and things are going to fall into a pattern and a cycle where you sort of switch off emotionally, and you feel like you have to turn a blind eye, and it's like, yeah, you'll have people in your life, but it's more, sorry about the quality of the video as well, but it's like what's coming up if you don't establish healthy boundaries. Don't be so flexible to people's needs. And if you set, like with those boundaries, communicate them well and set them firm, and be strong about and clear about what you want and what you need. Because even though these challenging times are about, unless you work on them and set those boundaries, you're going to sort of shut off more and more and more. I think your caring nature is really important. Are you a mum actually?
I am, yeah.
Yep. So kids are really important in this as well. And I guess what you do for your children is what you need to start. Sorry about Jack in the background. What you do for your children is, and that compassion and care and that real strength that you find to do things for your children that you can't do for yourself. I really need you to do that for you as well. I think you're gifted. Would you consider yourself intuitive?
Oh yeah.
So I want you to work on that as well and trust your gut instincts, but please don't be so flexible with what everyone needs from you, and give a little bit more to yourself, or maybe a lot more. When we look at, so that's what's coming up, I think: growth, a stronger mindset, good connection with your children, and connecting with yourself in the same way as you connect with your children, but for yourself, and offering all that. And I think really tapping into your psychic gifts or your intuition. So be aware of some maybe some awakenings or some deepening of what you can already do, and that might be a challenge in itself. So just be mindful of that, and be able to be there for yourself. When it comes to challenges, why are things going hard for you? I don't think it's just this, but I want to ask, are you stuck between a potential old relationship and progressing forward to a new relationship?
No, I'm married.
You're married? Okay. That's okay. Thank you for telling me and being honest. So while I get my clarity here. So what I'm wondering, and we've got 5 minutes left, so I won't babble on too much. Looking at things, do you find it hard to say no and to walk away from things or people that that are bringing you challenges in your life?
No, I was okay. I don't know if this is like too much to share, but like I don't know I don't know how much you can help me with this, but I just had like 3 miscarriages in a row. That's the challenges I've been facing. I just I don't know, I'm just kind of trying to reach the higher power to see I don't know, anything I could see about that. I don't know.
And sorry, what did you say you had? You just had 3
miscarriages.
I'm so sorry. Okay. I'm so sorry about that. And which explains why why the Empress has come out. And look, I think when we're looking at this, because there's 2 aspects of looking at a male, and I wondered if it was 2 different people. I would highly recommend you get some support, whether it be counselling or some help also from someone who can help you medically understand what's happened to prevent it again. I'm seeing your husband in 2 aspects where he's hurting, but also trying to be the provider, the logical person, there for you and be everything that you need as well, while you're there trying to deal with what's going on. And I'm really sorry about this. I think awareness and preventative measures are what would help you going forward. I think you are very gifted intuitively, and I'd like you to tap into that. I think to improve it, we're looking at, sorry to say, finding maybe alternative ways of understanding what went wrong and how maybe it will cost a little bit of money to figure this out, which is really, and it's really hard. And I think your husband has come up as 2, not borderline personality or anything like that, but your husband's come up in 2 different ways that's just surrounding you. And we've got the 3 of Pentacles as well. There's a lot of cards showing expressing the 3, so which would indicate the losses you've both experienced. I think it's going to be something that gives you clarity and answers, as well as what we saw in that unknowing and sort of setting those boundaries and communicating well on what you need. That extends to your medical support as well. I think not falling for empty promises or people that are going to say, yeah, you're going to have a problem-free, you don't need empty promises. So I think it's going to cost money, but you will find a means to get there. And that's sort of going to give you a different sort of hope rather than false hope and empty promises from people.
Mhm.
How do you feel about that?
Good, really good. That was nice to hear.
Yeah, thank you so much, and thank you for being so honest. It's never easy,
Yeah.
so it's yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome, and thanks for being on the show. And to everyone else, we'll see you next week for another show. Next week, I'll be giving a little tutorial on how a tarot reading works, how a professional tarot reading works for anyone that's never had one. So stay tuned. Thank you, and thank you for coming in for your reading.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome.
Time for Understanding Spirit with Mary Shapano. Mary Shapano. Live from MaryVCircles.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Understanding Spirit
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another week of Understanding Spirit. I'm your host, Mary. Just while we're waiting for a caller, we're just going to continue with building a foundation for anyone that is interested in developing. What I'd like to have just a quick chat with you about today is to just make sure that when you get messages from your guides, it's very important to know your guides. And they will build trust with you, and you will build a trust basis with them. If you get something, that's why it's good when you're practicing. If you're getting messages, just give them. If they're wrong, they're wrong. Let the person know you're practicing, But if you're right and you give the messages, your guide and any other guides that you've got that are working with you will realize that you're listening, you're trusting them, and you'll start getting more and more information from them.
So just, it's not easy just going from nothing to something. So just, it's like a friendship, and you just build up your trust with them. The more they give you, obviously, they're not going to give you anything negative, or something that's dangerous or anything like that. Okay. So that's how you know it's your guides. It's always for everybody's best and highest good. The other thing that I just want to tell you quickly as well is it's a good idea to always be in the same space because energetically you build up a place where you're telling spirit, this is where I want to work from. And you'll see I'm always in like this space. It's not the only space that I have where I work, but I do work a lot from here, and I do have other rooms as well that I work from when I'm doing professional readings, paid readings. So you build up an energy, and spirit and your guides know where they're going to come. They know the energy there because you're always protecting yourself. You're always, clearing out your aura and calling out for spirit. And they see and they hear everything. And when they want to come, they'll know where to go. Right. And also, it's good to have some kind of a little ritual that you do, whatever that may look like, for you. So, some people might like to say a prayer. Obviously, protect yourself. Your space is very important. And also, if you're doing readings, like with your home, you want to be able to, when people come to you, they want to be safe. You want them to be safe when you're opening up to spirit as well. Okay, so just keep all that in mind. I do have a caller. Michelle, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
How are you?
I'm good.
That's good. How can I help you today?
Oh, just for a reading.
Okay. Are you after a psychic reading about your life, or are you after a mediumship reading for spirit?
I'd go mediumship reading. That's it.
Mediumship? Okay. All right. Just give me a second. Michelle, do you have, I do have a woman who is here. She's a grandmother figure. I'll see if she's with you first off, so I know where to place her. Do you have a grandmother who looked like she's a little bit plump? She had a walking stick. When she was walking, she either had a nurse or had family or somebody nursing her towards the end. She had her hair up in a bun. It was grey. Does this spirit sound familiar to you?
No.
No. Okay. All right. Was there anybody in particular that you wanted to connect with?
How about animals? You do them?
Sorry, what was that, Michelle?
How about animals? Do you do any animals?
Animals? Well, not really. However, I can see, I don't have many people that ask me. I don't specialize in that. I know some mediums do. Look, I can see a dog. I don't know if this, is it a dog that you're wanting to connect with?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll describe this dog and see if this is the one. It's like a brown color, and its coat, the hair is short and it's very shiny. I want to say its ears are a little bit floppy. Does that sound familiar to you?
No.
No?
No.
Yeah, so dog animals are not my area. What does the pet look like?
He's white. He was white.
White?
White, yeah.
Did it have any issues with its tummy area for a past?
He didn't have what?
Any issues with its stomach area before it passed?
No, no. I put him to sleep when he had his old age.
Sorry, what was that?
I said I put him to sleep. He was 17. He was this old.
Oh, that's a good age. Okay. All right. There is also a female spirit here who, do you know a female who had fair skin, liked to wear red lipstick, hair was sort of straight, maybe brownish, and can I see her on the profile? But does she sound familiar to you? Okay. Okay. Oh, chat. Okay. Sorry, I'm just waiting with having some tech issues here. That's okay. While we're waiting for Michelle to come back, I'm sure that there are some mediums here who do specialize with animals. So it would be a really good idea if anyone is interested in something like that, connecting with an animal. Have a look at the profiles of the various mediums. I do know there is one in particular, but her name just escapes me right now. So just please have a look and just see. They do that on their show, and you can get like the message, and the connection that you want from your loved one. Michelle has obviously had a pet 17 years, which is very good, I mean, short human life, but in an animal's life, it is, a long time, especially like for a dog. I had a German Shepherd, and he lived to 14 years. And unfortunately, we had to put him down because he got leukemia. And he did quite well for a German Shepherd to have a life that long. We're very blessed to have him around, because animals, they're just like, they're family. They're, when my husband said to get another dog, I went, no, can't do that. And so far, it was a long time ago. It's been more than 20 years and I still haven't gotten over it. It was like, I have children. I love my dog as much as my children. And so we do have that very, very strong connection. Sometimes, an animal will come through. I know that when I've been walking, especially late at night, I do see my dog, and he does come and he walks next to me, and he'll tell me that he's only going to walk with me, till, there's a road where there's lights on. So they are still around. Don't feel that they are, in terms of their spirit and their energy, that they're any less than us. There are so many times, that they're with us. Hello, I think I've got Vanessa.
Yes, hi.
Hi, Vanessa. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I've got 2 minutes. They've snuck you in very quickly because I lost my other caller. How can I help you today?
Well, I've been kind of having a rough time in life in general for like the last, I want to say, I'm sorry?
Okay. Yeah, can you tell me which area of your life are you having a rough time with, so I can get an answer for you real quick?
Well, so with my dog, who I love like a daughter, she was just diagnosed with cancer. So I've been having a rough time with that. But I mean, there's other areas as well, but I guess that's more of the more recent development that's given me a lot of setbacks lately.
Yeah. Vanessa, I've got 60 seconds. If you email me on maryvcircle.com, maryvcircle at gmail.com, I will send you a message regarding what you want. Okay?
Okay.
All right, I'm so sorry. We're going to I've got 30 seconds and I'm going to get disconnected. What's your dog's name?
Lucy.
Lucy. All right. If you can get in touch with me, I will give you a reading via email, or we can just set up a time. Okay, it'll be a free reading for you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, I'm so sorry for that. All right, bye, Vanessa.
Listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome.
Time for Soul Alignment Mentor with Angie Harris. Live from angieharris.org.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Soul Alignment Mentor
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I'm excited to be here again to give you some support and advice on your spiritual journey. And what I provide for those on their spiritual journey is intuitive messages that I receive from my spirit team that help us to really learn to align our mind, body with our soul and spirit. And so if you look me up on Amazon or on any online profile, you'll see that I'm an author as well. I have 2 books out, Leaf Lessons and Composting the Ego. And I want to talk a little bit today about the healing process that we go through when we go through spiritual awakening, and why it's important to allow ourselves to feel all the emotions that come with that process. I work with a lot of people that go through an awakening where they are leaving behind old beliefs or things that they once thought were real. Particularly with a religious background, or if they've been taught something about spirituality that suddenly they're like not sure if they agree with anymore. And that can feel really hard to your ego. It can feel really hard to trust yourself and your intuition. And I spent over 18 years working in the mental health field. And while I was in mental health, we talked a lot about coping skills. And something that we did with coping skills were use them to calm our body down so that we didn't react or respond in ways we didn't want to do. However, on a spiritual side of things, coping skills can sometimes cause us to gaslight our emotions and feelings. And gaslighting means avoid them. And so I really encourage my clients I work with, when they get into a safe place and situation, to actually allow themselves to feel their emotions instead of try to always use coping skills to release them. And the more you do this, the more you feel your emotion, the more you heal. So if you are on this process of a spiritual awakening journey or healing or trying to process things that are coming up for you and you want extra support, you are welcome to reach out to me on my website, angieharris.org, and I can support you in working through understanding the difference between really allowing yourself to heal with emotions or using a coping skill and when the appropriate time is to do that. So I did want to take a call today, and it looks like we have Brittany from Winnipeg, Canada. And so, Brittany, are you there?
Hi, I am here. Sorry, can you hear me?
I can hear you. How are you?
Perfect. I'm good. I'm just at work. How are you?
I'm good. Is there something that you were wanting to call in for, or were you wanting a general reading?
Kind of like a general, I guess.
Okay. So just anything that Spirit is wanting to share with you at the time.
Pardon?
So you're up for anything that Spirit wants to share?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So let's see what the Spirit team would like to say, Brittany. So I'm pulling some of my oracle cards, and I have a deck here that just has some words on it. And the first card that just popped out here says prune. And when I tune into this, it kind of feels as if maybe there are some situations in your life that you're wishing would be different, or that you're wanting to have a different perspective about. Maybe even releasing something, possibly. I will say, we just had, I'm not sure if you guys were able to see that where you are, but we just had the solar eclipse over the weekend. Did you know about that?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and so at the same time we had a new moon in Libra. With the new moon in Libra and the solar eclipse, my spirit team was sharing with me that this was a time of release. It was a time of really allowing karmic cycles to shift in our life so that we can more align with our soul purpose, why we're here on earth. Maybe that means letting go of relationships or jobs that don't serve us and stepping into new opportunities that Spirit is trying to bring into our life. And so I don't know if there's areas in your life right now you're feeling strain or stress that you're wishing that would change. Do you feel like there's anything going on like that in your life right now?
Oh yeah, I'm I guess relationship wise, and then school. I'm at work in school.
Okay.
But mostly letting go is probably relationship wise.
Okay. So I'm hearing that it's really hard to balance, and there may be some like internal struggle with letting go of things that are not serving you because you're afraid to hurt other people. You're afraid of the reactions that will happen. But I really feel like Spirit is wanting you to remember that when you place your trust in your own intuition, in your spirit team guiding you forward, that you will always land on your feet. It may not feel good in the moment because our body, our ego, the part of us that wants to control things or always feel like we're making the most perfect decision, it doesn't always make sense to our mind because we've been taught to believe a certain way about ourselves and the world around us. And that clashes against what the spirit might be trying to do. And so I feel I can sense turmoil in you regarding some of the things that you're feeling pulled in right now. But I also really feel as if you have some pretty big goals for yourself. Does that line up?
Yeah, so I'm trying to do school and then do work and then do school for nursing.
Oh my, yeah, you definitely have a lot going on.
Yeah.
So that I can see how you're feeling a lot of pressure and stress. So I just pulled another card for you and it says discipline. I can accomplish anything I set my mind to. And do you ever do any kind of like manifesting or like setting intentions or affirmations for yourself?
No.
Okay. Do you know much about that or how to do it?
Just kind of repeat it to yourself daily.
Okay. So what I want to kind of teach you and what I hear Spirit wanting to tell you is that sometimes the belief that we have in ourselves is very limiting and we hold ourselves back from our potential because of that. And I feel this great potential inside of you to accomplish these big dreams you have inside of you. Like, I even see you, like, I just got a vision in my head of you 2 years out from now being so excited and happy. I don't know how much more school you have left, but like, I see you accomplishing this, but in this moment, in this time, making really hard decisions that will guide you to that. I will tell you, I understand. I've had to make very hard decisions in my life as well. But it feels really bad in the moment. But the more that you align with your soul and your intuition and where your spirit is trying to guide you, the more it flows. It's just our mind and ego that try to hold us back and keep us from achieving what we're really meant to do in this life. And I'm hearing that you're a healer because you really like to serve people and help them. But Spirit wants you to remember that you have to do that with yourself first. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, yeah, it's more like the discipline.
Yes.
But,
yes.
Yeah.
Which is interesting that card had come out for you. So don't be afraid to make the hard decisions. And, you're always welcome to reach out and do a private reading with me. I do help people with this because I know firsthand it's hard, but I promise you, like I see you in the future, like feeling so energetic and aligned and happy. It's just in the moment. It's almost like that fear right before you jump off the cliff. You're like, oh God, I don't know if I can do this because I don't know if I'm going to land. I don't know what's at the bottom. But Spirit is saying,
oh no, I probably wouldn't do it. I'm too scared.
yeah, me too. But Spirit is saying, we are here. We're here to help you to release the fear and trust that there's something inside of you guiding you and it's the right direction for you. And you will be okay. The reason this is a struggle is because you're fighting against what you know is true. And when you release the fight, all of it will align the way it's meant to. So,
oh, okay.
I hope that is helpful. Again, if you want some more on that, since we don't have a ton of time here today, I'm happy to support you. You just get on my website, angieharris.org, and you are always welcome to dive in a little bit deeper into that. I want to dig a little bit in with the short amount of time that we have here. What do you feel like the biggest fear is that you're going to miss out on something, or is it more about other people?
I think it's more like, I guess, failing the course.
Okay. Failing. Okay. So I think this is where Spirit is wanting to say, to work on manifesting. See yourself achieving at it. Instead of looking ahead and thinking, I'm going to fail, and looking ahead and predicting a failure, start manifesting success. Start manifesting and seeing yourself, like when you get up in the morning, be like, I cannot wait to pass my exam. I cannot wait to live this life I'm working towards. I can't wait to have everything line up the way that it is meant to. And this will help you to reprogram your mind. Even ask Spirit to help you study. And like, before you start studying, ask Spirit, say, I thank you that you are helping me remember everything that I am learning. And I think this will help you feel more at ease. And this is, again, not jumping off the cliff, releasing the fear and trusting that it's going to line up and align the way it's meant to, because I do see you being successful. And sometimes our mind kind of causes us to pull back and struggle to believe in ourselves. But it's like you're in the internal battle feels harder than what it really probably is. So I hope that helps a little bit for you.
It does. It gets a little, I don't want to say clearance, but like,
yeah.
Clear mind, yeah.
Yes. And I do this too, so I understand. But I wish you the best with it, and hopefully we can hear how you do. I'm excited for you.
Oh, thank you so much.
You are welcome. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I just want to thank everybody for being with me today, and look forward to next time.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome.
Time for Your Time to Shine with Julie Yeager-Walker. Live from Wings of Souls with Julie.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
ask1radio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Your Time to Shine
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. Good evening. Thank you for joining me this evening, and I hope you're all doing well. It's been a little bit of a bumpy ride astrologically. I don't know if you're feeling it, but the last week and a half has been really intense, a little bit of a roller coaster ride. Today seemed a little less heavy when I got up this morning, so I was welcoming that. But yesterday was pretty heavy in all matters of all things. And so I thought I would just pull a couple cards for us tonight and talk a little bit about how to, maneuver some of those heavier, denser energies that you may be feeling right now. So it was really interesting because the two cards that I pulled, one was hostilities, and actually it was reversed, which is a good thing because, normally I don't read cards in reverse, but for some reason I decided to look into it into reverse. And so basically in the hostilities card, it's talking about the heaviness and the hostile energy. So if you've all been feeling that, you're not alone. I think a lot of us have been feeling that. But in the reverse, it's saying that it is starting to level out, that it's starting to adjust. And all those heavy energies that we've been living with for a while are going to start to, ease up on us and give us a little bit of a break, which is really great. I will welcome that. The second card I pulled was Woman with a Heart. And, I'm not really reading the meanings behind the cards. I'm just reading them energetically and what Spirit is wanting to bring through for all of you out there who are needing some of this. So along with the hostilities card, now you have the Woman with the Heart, and bringing in that self-care, being in awareness of just being gentle on yourself, being gentle on others during these really heightened energies. And these energies are going to continue until the end of the month. So it's going to be a little bit of a bumpy ride. I think it's Mars. I could be wrong, but I think Mars is in retrograde, and Mars is everything with these difficulties, these hostilities, and it's very strong energy, very strong willpower, energy. And so with that in retrograde, it's kind of, it's a little bit of a bumpy ride trying to navigate that. And so, as I've been navigating these energies myself, I'm sure many of you are as well. And so if you're finding yourself being a little bit more overwhelmed or having a little bit more anxiety over things, you have to take a step back and always remember some of the things that I've talked about in my shows in the past, which is whose energy is this, right? So as empaths, as many of us are, we're picking up on other people's energies, right? And we are taking them on as our own. And the reason we do that is empaths and light workers, we transmute that energy. We basically are taking energy and absorbing it and then letting it go and releasing it, into the light, into the heavens, however you would like to phrase it. But basically, we're taking that energy of others and transmuting it. So we're doing this beautiful work, but yet if we don't recognize that it is not ours, it can kind of take a toll on us. It can leave us feeling depleted. It can leave us feeling anxiety or sad or angry, and maybe we don't know why, right? So that's why it's so important to find out, number one, if this is somebody else's energy that you're feeling or if it's really yours, because good portion of the time, I would say you're probably picking up on somebody else's energy. And so asking that to be released from you and returned to sender with love and consciousness, and that just releases that energy. It acknowledges that it's not yours, and then you release it back to where it came from, not in a harmful way, in a very loving way, to say, no, this is not mine. I'm not taking this on. So thank you for showing up, but it may be released from me now. Another really good practice is before you go to bed, ask your angels and your guides to cut cords from all the people, all the things that you have done during the day. Because what that does is as we go through, we are energetically connecting with people, right? So it's like having a cord directly from yourself to them. And so as you go to bed at night, asking your angels to cut those cords, releasing their energies, bringing your energies back to you, it gives you a chance to start fresh again in the morning, right? So clearing those cords, saying thank you, filling that all back in with unconditional love, asking that all your energies be brought back to you. So then that way you can wake up in the morning feeling refreshed and a new start without carrying the energies from the day before. It's really important, especially during these times that we're having all of these heavy energies. So 2 really fantastic tips. Hope you will use them. I find I do this every night. I cut and clear all those etherical cords between me and others, and it helps me sleep as well. And I know sometimes I just drop into bed and I forget to do that. And I find myself having a little bit more restless sleep, or maybe waking up a little cranky, right? And then I go, oh, wait a minute, I didn't do that last night. So I go ahead and I do it in the morning when I get up. So really good tips to help all of you empaths and you light workers. And even if you're not an empath or a light worker, it's still fantastic to do this. Okay, just starting out fresh. So be gentle with yourself. Take a little bit of time to nurture yourself, take care of yourself, to get through these rougher energies. And we will get through this, all right? Okay, we are going to go to the phone lines right now. We have Alma in Washington, Pennsylvania. Good evening, Alma, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Good evening.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good, thank you. What can I help you with tonight?
Maybe my relationship.
Okay. Is there something specific about that?
It just feels like he's really offish with me lately.
Okay. Okay. Alma, let me kind of tune in, see what I can find. There's going to be a little moment of silence while I do that, and then I'll be right back with you, okay? Okay. Okay, Alma, so the words that I was hearing were big decisions. Are there things going on with the two of you that are you're looking at some large decisions, some big decisions that may seem a little scary, maybe giving you a little bit of anxiety about? It feels like this energy of the two of you trying to make decisions.
Right.
So these decisions are weighing a little bit heavy on him. And I just keep hearing big decisions, big decisions. It's like he's not really used to having to make these big decisions. And he's feeling a little off balance about it. So in your relationship, are you the one that usually makes like all the major decisions? I mean, you consult him, but are you really the decision maker?
No, he usually does.
He usually does. Okay. For some reason, there feels like this switch. Okay. Like either you're having a bigger part in this decision making, or maybe he's leaving more decision making up to you. I'm not really sure, but it feels like there's a different dynamic here that might be throwing him off.
Maybe.
Hold on just a moment. Okay, so I'm also getting that he's uncomfortable making this decision. Almost like the two of you need to kind of sit down and talk about what this is, talk about your options, and what way and what direction you want to go. It's almost like you need to sit down and say, what is our end game, right? It's like I can't sit still in my seat. It's like I'm squirming around, right? And so that is kind of the way he's feeling right now. He's not comfortable with this decision that needs to be made. He knows it needs to be made, right? Like it's come to a point where it needs to happen, but he's not comfortable with that. It's like he's not comfortable with either decision, like either going with it or not going with it. Neither one feels like it's a very good balance in his realm, in his world. It's like he can usually make really good decisions very quickly, and this one's tripping him up a little bit.
Right. We really haven't been around each other the last 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's some deep thinking going on with him right now. Some shifts, some changes, and so it's almost like he's hunkering down a little bit. So I think this is where it would be important for the two of you to kind of talk about what's going on, and talk about, how to make that decision together. Because right now it does feel like there's this almost like this clear piece of glass between the two of you, right?
Right.
Like you can't see it, but it's there. It's like this barrier, energetically.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's about, drilling down to what that is about.
Okay.
I don't feel like that this is like an ending or anything, okay? It just feels like there's some big life decisions that are being made right now.
Right.
Some of them are about, the two of you together, and some of them are about him and his space of growing, essentially.
Yes.
Okay. What I'm being shown is that you could help him kind of come to some decisions by talking it through, supporting him, supporting his needs at the moment, to kind of help guide him or push him through this little bit of a stumbling block that he's having.
Right.
You bring very good.
I can't force him to do it.
No. But you bring to the table very sound, grounded ideas and options, and he knows that about you, right? So
right.
This could be the time to bring some of those things to the table and say, here's what I think about the situation. Here's how I think, here's some things to think about. How do you feel about those, right? Because you're right. You definitely can't force him or make those decisions for him. And he'll come around, and he will be able to make those decisions and be okay with them. It's not happening as quickly as he anticipated or how he operates. And that's really the biggest thing, right? he's never hem and hawed
Yeah.
over any decisions per se, and this one is, and so he doesn't really know how to deal with that.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. I didn't know if he was seeing someone behind my back or not.
Not feeling that.
Okay.
I feel like he's hunkering down. It's almost like he's hiding. Okay.
Yeah.
So hang on just a moment. Okay, I keep hearing stop. So I had to ask, okay, stop what? So they're saying kind of stop forcing the issue, kind of stop, pushing it, because he's going to come around in his own time. But forcing things isn't really going to help the two of you move through this, okay? I'm hearing solid, okay? That your relationship in this moment is solid, okay? So it's really more about trying to get to him and find out what it is that he is needing help with in a very gentle way, right?
Right.
Again, he's not gonna want you to make any decisions for him. He's going to want to be able to come to his own conclusions. But helping him along the way could be a good thing, could be beneficial.
Okay.
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 They're not giving me really any more information other than that. Was there something? Was there another question or something else that you had?
I was wondering if my fiance that passed away was coming through.
Yeah, wow, you guys had a very strong connection. It's like I can see this cord between the two of you connected very tightly, right? Do you feel that you've done the necessary grieving over this situation?
I know. I was trying to figure out how to.
Okay. Because I'm getting that you haven't really had that time to like process all of that and go through some of those emotions to be able to like let go and release, right? I see this really, really strong cord still connecting the two of you, which is indicating to me that grieving process hasn't really shifted, and you haven't really let go of him in a way. So, looking at maybe trying to get some grief counseling or talking to somebody about it. Because here I feel like you're almost doing what you were asking about before with him, is that you're kind of like hunkering down, and it's almost like you're putting a blanket over your head. Like, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to have to do anything with this. And that's not being in a healthy situation. Okay.
Right.
And it's almost kind of holding you back from being able to have any other healthy situations or relationships going forward. So
I know I miss him like crazy.
Yeah, I can feel that. I mean, I really, really heartfelt feel that. So, and he's showing me that would be very helpful for you. It doesn't mean if you cut those ties, it doesn't mean that he won't be around. He's always going to be around. But it's about cutting those ties enough so that you can move on and have a healthy, meaningful life, right? Because you've got many, many years ahead of you. And so being able to release that, there's a lot of guilt around this as well too, around his passing. And so that guilt sits very, very heavy on you. And he's asking you to release that guilt, that this isn't yours to carry. It's not your burden to carry. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So by being able to kind of move through some of these things, it's going to open up more possibilities. It's even going to open up farther to you having relationships with other people. It's going to be easy. It's going to be easier, right? It's not going to feel forced, which is why I think you're feeling right now that this relationship that you have is feeling very forced. Okay. And I think it's because you haven't released the passing of your fiance.
It was 17 years together.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just miss him so much.
Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine. So, knowing that to go through that process of letting go doesn't necessarily mean you forget. Okay. There's a big difference between letting go and forgetting. So, you can still reach out to him, still talk to him, all of those wonderful, great things, right? Knowing that he's right there with you, helping you make decisions, helping you forward on your path, but letting go enough that you can really move forward in your human life, right? And that's really what he wants for you. He really wants you to be able to move on and enjoy life, and even find somebody else who will fill your heart full of love, laughter, and joy.
Yeah.
Because you guys had a lot of fun together.
Yes.
You guys had a lot of fun together.
Did.
Yeah. And so
a lot of fun, a lot of heartfelt times.
Yeah, of course. And so that heaviness that you're feeling is that heaviness that you feel like you're not going to be able to find that again in somebody else. Right?
Right.
And you will. You will. You just have to go through the journey.
Okay.
Okay. How long has he been gone?
5 years.
Okay. Okay.
I didn't even get to say goodbye when he passed away. It was just a sudden thing. I got the call saying he was gone.
Right. Yeah, that's really tough. It really is. So again, doing things for you that can help you go through the process. There's no time limit on grief. Okay. So don't put a time limit on it. Oh, it's been 5 years, so I should be here. I should be there. This should be happening. It doesn't work that way. So, you are to a point, I'm being shown right now that you're to a point where you're ready to move forward. You're ready to let go, right? It's just having somebody help you through that process.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll definitely look into it.
And then once
my daughter has a hard time with it too.
I'm sure. Yeah. One thing to note is once you start making that change and that transition and going through your grief, she's going to automatically kind of follow, right? It's just kind of the way that universal thing works with family. So as you go through it, so will she. And it'll help her transition. It will help her see how you are moving forward in your life, okay? And that's going to help her too. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I at his coffin, he danced with me in spirit. It was amazing, but I haven't felt him since.
Yeah. Those are actual visits, They're precious and they're amazing.
Yeah, it
But
would.
he'll be back. But he's also kind of stepping back a little bit because he wants it to be in a healthy way. He doesn't want to step into your life and get you upset again and hurt, right? So if you don't feel
Right.
him for a while, it's just that he's stepping back a little bit to give you a little bit of space. But he'll return, okay?
Okay. Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah. You're ready for this, okay? You're ready to move on.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like it. I'm getting
Yes.
my life. It's like it.
Good, good. Well, Alma, we're coming down to the last few seconds of our show, so I want to say thank you so much for calling in. I hope this has been helpful.
It has. Thank you.
Good. Have a wonderful evening.
And you too. God bless.
Thank you. All right, that does it for me. Reach out to me on my Facebook pages of Julie Yeager Walker Medium or Your Time to Shine, or you can reach me over on my website at wingsofsoulswithjulie.com. My brain is getting tired. I am booking into November, and I'm also providing gift cards for you out there who are looking to give your loved ones readings for the holiday season. Reach out to me. Don't forget to cut your cords. Be gentle with yourselves. Everyone have a good night. We'll see you next week.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for astrology and psychic readings with Lady D. Lady D. Live from Lady D's PsychicParties.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Astrology and Psychic Reading
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Astrology and Psychic Readings with Lady D. So I'm your host for the next 15 minutes, Lady D. I'm just actually live from the MBS, which is Sydney, which is the Mind, Body, Spirit Festival in Darling Harbour in Sydney. So I'm near the stage, so I'm sorry about that, but I'm just very loud at the moment. But yeah, I'm here live from that. So if you're in Sydney and you've got something to do on the weekend, come down to the ICC in Darling Harbour and check it out. Okay, this week we have the big eclipse that is happening, a solar eclipse. So it's happening on the 14th, so tomorrow. It's happening at 9:56 a.m. That's for me in Sydney. So with this eclipse, it's actually close to Mercury. It's going to be in Libra. So with that, it might be like thinking about things, and usually like with just how it's placed, I would say it's pretty good. But there are some oppositions coming up with this eclipse. It's like the eclipses bring things to a head. It can also activate things in your chart, depending which area of the chart that it is in. So we also have, it is going to be creating like a square angle with Pluto. So with this, it could be creating some sort of like ending or big transformation for you. When we're dealing with Pluto, we are dealing, I always call Pluto like the Phoenix. So it's a big transformation that's coming up where it can usually involve some sort of like ending that takes place with Pluto, because it's about an ending but then a rebirth. So that's why I say it's like the Phoenix. And there's also going to be opposing the node as well as Chiron. So with that, also bringing up things to do with your life lesson or life purpose or like where your destiny, where you're heading. But also with Chiron here, you're looking at um, with some emotional pain or wounds that are still you're still dealing with here can come up as well to the surface. So I feel like with this eclipse, it's going to be about changing up the energy. Could be some aggression that's coming up too, needing to be right because we have some planets in Aries with opposition. We've got here being it's a time to strategize or have some sort of strategies in place. I feel like it's like strategize like a chessboard. It could be an aspect of saying like word vomit, like not saying what you mean or saying out, blurting out things that you don't mean to say. Just be careful of that too. There could be a thing that's coming up of being like instead of being diplomatic, being sort of like non-diplomatic as well. That might be coming up, and it's going to ruffle a few feathers. So I feel like people who know their path, people who know whether it be a spiritual path or just their path in life, those who are more certain and it's like you're more seeing that grow and move further, those people are going to do well in this eclipse. People who are uncertain, who are sort of struggles and I guess where resilience and need to maybe more resilient, you might find the energy a bit more tense or a bit more different. It's coming up. We also have some positive aspects too, and the same with this eclipse. We've also got Venus, which is going to try Jupiter, so it's luck with money, also luck with love and relationships, which is quite good. We've got a try with Mars, and we have it's also with Saturn there, which is all about pushing us through any issues that's going in, and that tries are very positive aspects. So that Mars trying Saturn, it's about pushing us through any issues that are coming up with us. That's a good thing. It also is a try with Uranus and Pluto, and that's going to bring about unexpected endings, but it's a positive ending. These are things that are positive. Tries are very positive. So we do have some positive aspects that are coming up too with that. Let's go to the caller. So we do have here who's Shante, who's in
Yes.
Texas. Hi, how
Yes,
are you? How
ma'am.
can I help you today?
I'm great. I just guess I wanted a general reading over my career and love life.
Korean love life. Okay. I do have someone with me. It's passed over, but their mouth is dry because they keep on saying a dry mouth, and my mouth feels dry as well. I do feel like this person's a male and it's a slim build. Um, I do feel like it's like a father figure that's there for your dad or grandfather, but it's like a father figure that I do feel like is coming through. I do feel like his hair was short as well. Do you have anyone that's passed over? So kind of like that description?
My grandpa.
Grandpa, okay, okay. And he always liked to stay on the straight and narrow. This man, he's saying like stay on the straight and narrow as well.
You said what happened?
Yeah. And it's this man is like he believes you have to work hard for your money, like hard for things. It's like nothing that comes easy to you. You have to work hard for it. Because he's telling me that you have to work hard for things. It doesn't come easy. With
Right.
that. He's telling me that he wants to send his love and best wishes, and he wants you to be also to be strong as well. And because he's going to say to me, it's about working hard. Um, there is money coming to you, but I feel like you need to study. Like there's study with this as well. For you to get to where you want to go. Like you want to build build a career.
Uh-huh.
So I feel like the work that you're doing, it's not what you're supposed to be doing, or like there's something else that you're meant to be doing. What do you do for your work?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
What do you do for your work? What do you work as?
I currently don't have a job at the moment.
I don't have a job. Okay. 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 Well, the reason when's right. Look, I do feel like there's a job coming in for you that's leading into Christmas. So I do feel like coming into Christmas, New Year, you are going to find work, and it is going to be Your income's going to help to stream through, but also you're preparing something. I do feel like you need to go back and study. There needs to be some sort of study that's coming in place for you. And I feel like that you get like distracted, or there's like needs to be more of a focus. So you're getting a bit like there's a distraction there as well. I do feel like the workplace that you're going into, it is a fun workplace that's coming in. But it's like you're also like it's like a big dream here. So I don't know what you're dreaming. You're dreaming of. What is it that you're looking at for work? Is it like more like retail? Like what are you looking for?
Well, I'm about to start tech preparation, so.
Sorry?
I'm about to start tax preparation, but as far as what I want, it would be to be an entrepreneur.
Tax preparation. So you're like looking like tax department. Okay. I keep on seeing a book, and to me that is study. Like there's more study, but I feel like there's something more. There's something else that you want to do. I feel like there's something other career, but I do see like Christmas time. There's more of a streamline of money that's coming into you, coming in. But the workplace that I have here, there is a fund that's coming in. There is this card. I did pull out the card as this card too. It's to do with the endings. Sort of like the ending of you, meaning not having a job anymore, meaning you are going to be employed, or could be walking away from something as well. I do feel like there's a 2 with this job, so it's like 2 months or 2 years, something about a 2. But I just feel like for you to go further where you want to go, it's study, or maybe the job that you're going into, you having to like look at and do a lot of research, and it's coming in. But I also feel like you're dreaming of something. There's an aspect here of dreaming of something bigger and something better, like nurturing. And it could be even an old idea or an old thing that you wanted to be, like perhaps years ago, something that you wanted to be. You're looking back at that to see whether or not, because I do feel like there is an easier path for you to take. I do feel like next year you are looking at reevaluating things and reevaluating your career and where you want to go to come in. Some cards for your love life as well, too.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, let's have a look here for your relationship. Okay. So I'm feeling like there's someone around you at the moment, like there's someone that you like, that you want someone at the moment. Because I can see you pointing to someone saying you want that one. So I feel like that there's someone that you're interested in at the moment.
Yes, I do have a boyfriend.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Look, I'm hearing he's the one, but I'm also hearing the fact that I'm not sure. I feel like this person. I feel like it's a lot of like it's dates you're dating, like your boyfriend being like a lot of dating at the moment, like it's dating.
You said, "Are we date?" You said what?
Yeah. So you're dating, like your boyfriend. I'm hearing that you're like doing a lot of dating. So you're going on dates a lot with this person. You're seeing him a lot. Okay. I feel like next February you're going to next phase of the relationship, like the relationship's sort of stepping up a notch. It's going to be real. It could even be like more intense, but I feel like it's going to be real. But it's about February, but stepping up the relationship. I feel like you're ready to go and you're ready to like move forward. But I feel like they are also wanting to have a lot of fun as well. And it's like, don't be too serious. But I feel like it's also money. So I don't know if they got a lot of money or something about money too. But I just feel like February is when you're taking that next step in this relationship. I feel like it's quite a positive. I'm not getting any negative cards. I do get it's going to be quite positive. I keep on hearing February for you. It's when it's going to go up notch.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you for calling in today.
Thank you so
guys,
much.
so that's okay. So this week we got this big eclipse happening tomorrow. So if you can see it, try to go out. I always like going out and see the eclipses. It's always fun, and I find it very interesting to go and see and watch if you can. If you are in Sydney, come down to the ICC at Darling Harbour and come and grab a reading. There's plenty of stalls and plenty of things to do. It's quite a really big 4-day event here. So it started yesterday. If you want to contact me for a reading, you can. My website is Lady D Psychic Parties, as well as my Facebook page, just above my head here. My YouTube is Danielle Psychic. or Lady D, as well as my TikTok and Instagram is Lady D as Psychic. So thank you for tuning in. I'll see you same time back at my usual place next week. So bye for now.
Hello and welcome to the Psychic Side here on the